Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Chargers and the Warriors, the top two teams in our spring 2024 standings. I am Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you all 6 matches between these two top contenders. How are you doing today, Stu?
Very well, Andrew. Looking forward to a great day of highlight action between the Chargers and the Warriors.
Hard to say we've had a better start to any game day. We got 2 undefeated top-ranked doubles teams going at it, Stu. Douglas and Nicholas for the Warriors. They are 3-0, taking on Zulika and Benny, 2-0 to start spring 24. Top-ranked doubles teams for these two squads. And these top 2 teams looking to separate themselves from one another in our standings. Dead even on game days played too, so should be a fun one here. Looks to be the first of 3 matchups between the Warriors and the Chargers.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our first match of the game days. Zulika will have the serve for the Chargers. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Nicholas. Robote. Forehand from Zulika. Here's a backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Zulika at the sidewall. Backhand from the 9 line. To the corner it goes. Out to the Robote. Douglas missed the forehand Robote. First point goes to Zulika and Benny. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Always a fun way to start these game days. Top-ranked front quarters. Nicholas, second-ranked player for the Warriors. Benny at 3. Pretty much dead even with these two teams and the makeup of them. Going to be a battle up there in the front. 2 of the best back quarters on this roster as well. Not going to miss many in the back. It's going to be the difference up there in front of the 7 line.
Backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Benny not able to handle it on the left side. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
A smart shot. Benny backing up, trying to scoop it up. Very difficult, especially with contact there on the side wall.
Here's the backhand by Benny to the inside. Backhand now by Nicholas. Nicholas from the 12 line on the left side to the inside. Here's the backhand by Zulika. Big backhand by Benny. Robote coming out. Nicholas, beautiful catch at the side wall. Pulls it off on the left side. Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote forehand by Douglas. He makes the save. Zulika cuts it off at the 7 line. Robote forehand by Douglas. Stopped by Zulika. Zulika for the split placement. Read by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand. Beautiful catch by Benny. Backhand comes in time. Here's Douglas. Postado to the inside, and Benny's there. Benny, beautiful catch at the 12 line. Backhand to the inside. Robote forehand. Stopped by Zulika. Magic City bounce. Handled well in the front court. Benny from the right side to the inside. Robote, the rebound off the back wall. Played to the inside by Douglas. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10. Robote, the rebound from the back wall. Played on the forehand of Zulika. Here's Benny on the catch. Backhand. Caught in the air by Douglas. Douglas quickly to the inside, and Benny's there again. Big backhand by Benny. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Douglas. Straight to the forehand to Benny. Nicholas is there. Benny goes deep. That rebound off the back wall. The rebote played on the forehand of Douglas. Benny's there again. Douglas again, forehand. Rebote forehand saved by Zulika. Douglas gets in there. One-handed save not happening. That's a point for Zulika and Benny. Zulika serves.
A little late on the communication right there. Drop between them. Nicholas was a difficult catch, and Douglas was a little bit far up towards the front wall to come back and make that rebote save. That would have been a spectacular effort. He was able to continue the rally. Again, 2 missed rebotes for the Warriors, and then a missed ball there by Benny in the back. That's been all the scoring so far. Let's see some shots open up here as we move through this opening set and the rest of the match.
Beautiful catch by Nicholas behind the 11 line. Here's Benny. Benny sends it deep. Nicholas is there. Backhand from the 12 line. What a catch by Benny. Rebote left side, clips the side wall. Benny makes the catch. Hard throw. Beautiful scoop by Nicholas. Rebote forehand. Backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Benny goes deep. To the corner, but stopped by Nicholas. Beautiful catch on the left side. Here's Zulika. Zulika sends it back. Caught on the forehand of Nicholas. Douglas midcourt. Backhand from the 9 line. Here's a backhand by Benny. Rebote forehand. Rebote left side. Catch by Benny. Forehand from the 11 line over the top. Douglas will stop it at the 9 line. Backhand at the side wall. Douglas takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. Beautiful catch by Benny. Benny from the forehand. Rebote coming right up the middle. Zulika plays it high and inside. Stopped by Nicholas. Rebote. Forehand at the 5 line. Line drive to the backcourt, and Nicholas is there. Benny, beautiful catch at the 12. Big backhand passes. Rebote by Douglas to the inside with a kick. Benny stops it. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's the catch by Zulika. Backhand. Nicholas, difficult rebote save. Zulika cuts it off, winds up. Dropped it on the backswing. Such a well-played point by all 4 players. We're tied up at 2 points apiece. Douglas serves.
After a couple quick points, starting to see some longer rallies now. Both these teams starting to warm up. Not many costados yet. That's going to be the difference up there in the front court. You see Zulika trying to make that shoulder-level throw. Just didn't have full control. That's where you're going to see some 2 walls, the drop shots, the outside placements, and also moves the defense around. You can open up some more space to score for both of these teams.
Here's the backhand by Benny, caught in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas goes deep right to that corner, and Benny's there. Backhand by Nicholas. Rebote. Forehand. Benny deep in the corner. Backhand from the 13 line. Nicholas is there. He takes it in the air. Backhand. Catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 12 line. That ball's on the wall the whole way. Forehand rebote by Douglas. Sent deep. Caught by Benny. Rebote forehand by Zulika, cut off by Douglas. Douglas costado to the inside. Benny for the rebote. He makes the save on the left side. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas back to the inside. Scoop by Benny. Benny's backhand 2-all, stopped by Douglas. Douglas powerfully from the forehand, goes off the tip of Benny's cesta and scores. 3 points for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas serves.
Yeah, I love Douglas's aggressive play in that point alone. What, 3 costados, more than he's thrown the entire match. And what does it do? It moves Zulika to the outside. This is the throw we're talking about. Shoulder level, left side of his body. See how Zulika moves to the outside? That leaves Benny on an island. Good catch front ways. A little bit impatient on that backhand 2-all. And Douglas, look at this throw. Right on the wall. Right off the wall, tipped by Benny. Well done. Get that 3rd point.
Robote forehand by Zulika. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Caught in the air by Zulika. Zulika's costado hits the pad, and the pad is bad. 4 points for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas serves. A reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Felt like Zulika, felt like he had to throw something right there on the costado. He's known for that 2-wall. He's got such power, throws it with conviction, opens up with a good cut. That one, not really close.
Robote forehand. Zulika calls for it, plays a big time to the inside along the wall. That's a beautiful catch by Nicholas. Here's Benny. Forehand by Benny over the heads of the front quarters. Here is the backhand by Nicholas. Robote, that rebound from the back wall, played on the forehand of Zulika. Robote left side. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. 3 points for the purple shirts, Zulika and Benny. Zulika serves.
Nicholas, predominantly left-sided player. That scoop just a little bit more difficult, especially moving towards the outside, trying to scoop it up. Talked about it last time out. About 4 or 5 inches, that space in the basket, and when you're moving to the outside, that ball kicking way up, a little bit more difficult to control when it's on a straight line coming to the inside. It's a big point for Zulika and Benny. They needed just something to get their confidence back. Just a 1-point deficit now.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote left side. Caught in the air by Douglas. Backhand. Robote forehand rifled low and hard by Zulika. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Backhand by Benny. What a scoop by Nicholas on the left side. Big backhand. Robote coming all the way to the 5 line. Rifled wall to wall by Zulika. Powerful forehand Robote. Also now by Douglas. Benny to the inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote, the rebound from the back wall, played off the forehand of Douglas. Right to the corner, out to the Robote, and Zulika's there. Robote forehand, the inside. Robote forehand by Zulika. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Nicholas. Here's the catch by Benny. And he goes deep. Nicholas is there. Here's the backhand by Benny. Nicholas from the 11 line. Robote forehand by Zulika. Caught by Nicholas. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Benny on the backhand. Nicholas takes it in the air. Sends it deep. Catch by Benny. Beautiful catch again by Nicholas on the side wall. Benny's there. Catch by Zulika. Big backhand. Caught in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas hard from the left side. Benny's there. Backhand. Low and hard. Caught by Douglas. Backhand. Bullet caught by Benny. Big hand. Backhand now by Nicholas. Benny will take it on the forehand. Right side from the 11 line. Caught by Douglas. Robote forehand by Zulika. Robote forehand saved by Douglas. Zulika moves into attack. Rifles it outside to score. That's beautifully played by Zulika. 4-4 is the score. Zulika serves.
You know, with that speed, throw it right at your opponent. It's just hard for them to get the cesta in the right position to make that catch. Exactly what Zulika did there.
We've talked about it before. We see them backpedaling. If you see your opponent backpedaling and you have the opportunity to try to get the ball to him or at him, it's really at him. you're not throwing it at him as though you're trying to hit him. You're just throwing it to make setting up a particularly difficult catch.
Right. If you're trying to beat him net side, that's a catch that Douglas can easily make on his forehand. If you try to throw a splitter, he can switch to his left, but you throw it at him, a little bit indecisive.
Excellent serve by Zulika. Fine catch and return by Nicholas. Robote left side. Robote coming out. Douglas forehand Robote. Wall to wall. Robote for Zulika. Here's Benny on the backhand. Robote forehand. Outside placement is perfectly executed by Zulika to score. That is 5 points and a possible set point for the purple shirts. Zulika and Benny. Zulika serves.
Just the quickness at which he turned that outside placement was extraordinary. I mean, he's thrown some good ones, but that one even caught Douglas kind of flat-footed.
Perfectly executed.
That is gorgeous. Right to the outside. Lead now for the Chargers. Nice comeback. Looking to take this first set.
There's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Caught by Douglas. Backhand by Douglas. There's the backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Here's Benny. Nicholas will take it on the forehand. Keeps it low. Beautiful catch by Benny. Backhand goes deep. Robote, the rebound from the back wall comes out. Played on the forehand of Douglas. What a scoop by Nicholas. Beautiful catch by Benny. Douglas is in there. Costado to the inside, caught in the air by Benny. Benny lower and harder. That will not be played. Point and set for Zulika and Benny of the Chargers. We'll put a minute and a half on the board, come back out and play our next set.
Wow.
Well, you said
as advertised.
Yeah, both of these teams are undefeated, so one of them has to be defeated at the conclusion of either 2 or 3 sets. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are in the ESPN3 Players Gauge. Players come back here to take their breaks in between sets and prepare for matches. What'd you think?
Just fun when these top teams go at it. I was going to say for the, we mentioned front court play may be the difference here. I mean, 2 great back quarters. It's just who's going to be more aggressive and take those opportunities. There was a stretch where Douglas was the aggressor, helped the Warriors build that lead, got it to 4-2, and then kind of slowed down there in the second half of that opening set. I'd like to see those Costados come a little bit lower. Benny's been making those catches in the air, or they've been coming out to the Robote. If he keeps it a little lower, that's where we've seen a couple more misses for Benny, is on the bounce compared to catching in the air.
There's your outside placement that you were requesting.
Gorgeous.
He was screaming into the headset, folks. Make sure you get that on replay. Make sure you get that on replay. We did.
And then I missed it. Huh?
Beautifully executed. It's all right. You were narrating to me. That's fine. That was beautifully executed by Zulika. There you see Douglas in the foreground. Obviously, I think he's going to be coming out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, his play in Battle Court too often was a lot of expended energy, not resulting in prices, in points. But lately, when when Douglas gets fired up, tends to put points up on the board. So let's see what happens here in the second set.
That scoop by Nicholas was
they were just spot
ridiculous in the back. I mean, great playing by all 4 players. A great end of that set for the Chargers. That was 4 in a row. Facing a 4-2 deficit, they come back. They steal that set away from the Warriors. Second set ready to begin here. Warriors, Douglas and Nicholas have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Douglas will have the serve for the Warriors. Excellent serve by Douglas will score. Ace will begin the second set. Nicholas and Douglas have a point. And the serve. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Here's a catch by Benny. Backhand from the 11 line, right to the corner. Nicholas is there. Rebote, forehand by Douglas, caught by Benny. Rebote left side, 2-all, opens wide and scores. Perfectly executed by Douglas to score. Douglas with 2 points. Douglas and Nicholas with 2 points. Look how quick this replay was out.
Yeah, and look at how close Zulika is to the side wall. Douglas definitely recognized that in the
Beautifully
first
done
set.
by Douglas. Beautiful.
And he took advantage early on here. Great 2-all off the Rebote.
What a catch by Benny. Backhand by Nicholas. Benny's there. Backhand to the inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Rebote left side, stays to the inside. Benny moves up, takes it on the bounce. Low hard placement, stopped by Nicholas. Rebote forehand by Zulika. Nicholas is there. Rebote forehand by Zulika, catch by Nicholas. Carom by Nicholas, red by Benny. It's stopped by Benny. Benny's carom is in the pad, and the pad is bad. That's 3 points for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas will serve for the Warriors.
Everything but the finish there for Benny. He's been throwing that carom from the outside so well this season.
Very well, both in practice and in battle court.
I think he's just licking his chops at that opportunity to make the throw with both players trapped inside and just missed the execution right there. A little bit low, dropped in the pad, as you know. The pad is bad.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. The second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
It's just the presence of mind to know that your front quarter's out of it, for Benny to run around to try to make that play. A long way. Great to see.
There's a backhand by Benny. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 12 line. Rebote forehand. Tipped away by Benny in the backcourt. 4 straight points for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas will serve.
But again, the adjustment. Benny's missed 2 on the bounce. 1 off of the serve, 1 right there. And a couple of shots have gotten away from the Chargers as well. These guys are so good at catching the ball in the air. They do it. It's what you want to do here in Jai-Alai. Getting it on the bounce makes it a little more complicated.
Beautiful catch by Benny off a tremendous serve by Douglas. Catch by Zulika. Mid-court placement picked up on the forehand of Nicholas. He crosses the sidewall and Benny's there. Catch by Benny. Benny sends it over the head of the Warriors. Rebote save by Douglas. Big bounce. Stopped by Benny. Benny on the forehand to the inside. Nicholas is there. Beautiful catch. Nice backhand. Douglas has it on the forehand. Low and hard. Right to the left side of Benny. Here's the backhand. It's a backhand by Benny. Outside. With the rebote, Douglas goes. Zulika makes a tremendous save. Keeps the ball in play. Here's Nicholas on the forehand to the inside. Tough rebote by Benny. He makes the save. Beautiful rebote save by Zulika. Here's the backhand. Right back out to the rebote, and Zulika's there. Wall to wall from the forehand. Douglas is there. Sidearm play. Rebote saved by Benny. Douglas has it on the left side. 2-all blasted, scooped up by Zulika. The carom by Zulika, stopped by Douglas. Cortada by Douglas, stopped by Benny. Backhand by Benny, scooped by Nicholas.
Wow.
Here's the backhand.
What a point.
Rebote left side. Ball tipped over and behind him. That's 5 straight points. And a possible set point for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas serves.
Right, Stu, you expected him to come out firing here, and that's exactly what's happened for the Warriors.
As I said, sometimes in the past it hasn't resulted in points. This time it's resulted in a lot of points. And Nicholas has been playing with him perfectly. Excellent catch by Benny off a good serve by Douglas. Rebote for Douglas. He sends it deep. Rebote for Zulika. Mid-court placement, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand, powerfully. Robote's save, it's a 2-all. Scooped by Douglas. Douglas rips it, home to score. Point and set for Douglas and Nicholas. We have split sets, 6-4 going for the Chargers, 6-0 going for the Warriors. Minute 30 seconds, we'll come back out and play our third and final set. My.
Third set in our opening match, Stu.
Rambunctious play.
Yeah, you figure both these undefeated teams got to get a third set, and here we are, 6-4 for Zulika and Benny, and then Douglas and Nicholas. Quite the response, 6-0 in set number 2.
Once again, here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players come back here to take their breaks. You see Douglas and Nicholas. I don't know if there's much to talk about, to be honest with you. Manny will come in there and tell them that they're doing a good job. Keep doing more of what you're doing. They're catching, they're throwing shots. The court positioning is excellent. Nicholas has been sneaky with this camera lately. I saw a video on Instagram last week.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. I did. Look, he plays like that. He can do whatever he wants as far as I'm concerned. People around here haven't quite figured that out. It's like if you play amazing and your attitude's good, yeah, go ahead. You know, for the most part, do whatever you want.
Tough to not love Nicholas and what he brings day in and day out.
Tremendous
I mean,
energy.
just the consistency, his energy. We mentioned last week, this guy doesn't take any throw off.
Never?
I mean, he's had to substitute. He's played 3-4 matches in a day, 70, 80 points, and you get the same Nicholas from point 1 to point 100 in the game day, and that's what you love to see.
Absolutely.
And really, all these players, incredible athletes, incredible players. We're going to have a third set to decide it. Again, the front court, the difference right there. An aggressive Douglas kept the ball a little bit lower overall, forcing a couple misses by Benny in the back. Got that first serve, carried that momentum all the way through. And that 6-0 victory. Set 3, ready to go. Zulika and Benny have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our third and final set. The first team to reach 6 points will win the match. Zulika will have the serve for the Chargers. There's serve by Zulika. We've begun. There's a backhand by Nicholas, caught by Zulika. Douglas sets up for the rebote, sends it inside. Benny for the rebote. He makes the save. Douglas cuts it off at the 4-line. Coasty inside, stopped by Benny. Nicholas will take it in the air, backhand. Rebote, the rebound from the back wall, saved by Zulika. Rebote left side, caught in the air by Douglas. Douglas off his footing, split placement. Will score. First point of the decisive third set goes to Douglas and Nicholas of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Great on Douglas, switching up that look from the costado. Didn't throw it straight to the outside to try to beat Zulika on the net. More of a split placement, and Benny certainly not expecting it. Kind of whipped it across his body at the last second. That was gorgeous. Right where he wanted to throw it. Chargers not expecting it.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Benny. Rebote coming in low. Douglas makes the save. Zulika has it, but tipped it. That's 2 points for Douglas and Nicholas of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Yeah, it looks like that's an easy ball to control, but kicking up high above his head, trying to turn it to a costado, not too easy. A lot of movement, ball juggling out of that basket. 2-0 advantage for the Warriors.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good.
8 points in a row as well. And Douglas has just been firing these serves. There was a time where he wasn't getting too much pace behind him, but here in this top break match, he's been going at it on that first
Zulika
serve.
picks the serve. There's the backhand. This one caught by Nicholas. Backhand by Nicholas, caught near by Zulika. Zulika looked like he was throwing the 2-all. He goes back inside. Nicholas makes the save. Here's Zulika. Zulika back to the inside. Rebote forehand. Benny will take it on the bounce at the 10 line. Douglas, tough catch there at the 8 line. Backhand to the inside. Here's Benny from deep in the backcourt. Backhand by Zulika. Backhand by Nicholas. Ball tipped. 3 points for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas serves.
Perfect example of why you want to either play the ball off the sidewall or close to it. Changed the spin, kicked it a little bit lower. Benny was expecting to make that catch in the air, but by the time he got there, he's right on the ground. Well done by Douglas again. Been playing great.
Zulika just snags this blasted serve right out of the air. Beautiful catch, nice return. Robote forehand with a light touch. Douglas has it on the forehand at the 5 line. Goes for that placement to the outside. Benny reads it, stops it, returns a carom. Douglas read it, was not able to get there. That is beautifully executed by Benny. There'll be no shutout in the 3rd set. Zulika and Benny are on the board with a point. Zulika serves.
Benny knew he was throwing it. Douglas knew he was throwing it and still beat him to the net. That's how good that carom was.
No, you said that perfectly. They both knew exactly what was happening. Douglas was moving. That's how well Benny executed that carom.
And just a little bit of a hesitation there by Douglas moving to the outside, but it's a gutsy throw from the backcourt here.
Beautiful catch by Nicholas off a blasted serve by Zulika.
Wow.
Backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Zulika's there. Backhand. Robote is coming out. Robote forehand by Douglas, laid up, caught by Benny. Benny, right over Douglas's head. Here is the backhand. Douglas on the catch. Powerful costado to the inside, caught in the air by Benny. Backhand by Benny, caught by Nicholas. Nicholas to the inside. That gets away from Zulika and hits the rail. That is a 4th point for Douglas and Nicholas. Douglas has the serve.
Yeah, this ball is flying out of the cestas now, and at this speed, the ball's heating up. Forced that miss, sailing a little bit higher than Zulika wanted, and ultimately in the rail and overhead screen.
Backhand by Benny. Stays inside. Nicholas is there. Here's backhand. Robote for Zulika. Zulika keeps it to the inside at the side wall. Nicholas is there. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. Robote play to the inside. Big bounce. Brought in by Benny at the 13 line. He lays it up. Caught by Douglas. Backhand. Powerfully to the corner. Out to the Robote. Zulika's there. Nicholas looks for the Robote. Keeps it high. Trying to pass. Benny cuts it off at the 12 line. Douglas on the Robote to the inside. Cut off by Zulika. Backhand bullet. Cut off by Nicholas. Robote forehand save. Zulika just gets it up to the front wall. The floater is stopped by Douglas. Here's the catch by Benny. Douglas on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Cut off by Douglas. Douglas now from the 7 line. Big backhand by Benny. Robote coming out. Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Powerfully thrown. Caught by Benny in the air. Benny again, this time from the 12 line. Backhand to the inside. Nicholas now from the 9 line to the inside. Out to the Robote. Zulika, forehand Robote. Caught by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Ball clears the overhead screen. Douglas with a kick, makes the save. Here's Benny. Nicholas cuts it off on the forehand at the 12 line. Zulika catches the ball behind him. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Nicholas, caught by Benny. Here's the catch by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Scoop by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Low runner to the inside. Stopped by Benny. Benny goes deep. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Douglas. Caught by Benny. Douglas gets in there to make the save, puts it back inside. Zulika's there. Zulika powerfully from the left side. What a catch by Nicholas. Nicholas's backhand clears the overhead screen. To the feet of Nicholas, the ball goes, and that point scores. 2 points. Zulika and Benny serve.
Critical point going the way of the Chargers right there. This is where they made their run in the first set, 4-2.
I mean, Zulika is capable of snapping off a couple serves here that can give the Warriors some difficulty.
Absolutely. I think you're going to see the best effort he's got right here. Good one.
Excellent serve by Zulika. Nice catch and return by Nicholas. Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote. Left side by Douglas to the inside. Benny's there. Douglas, Robote. Zulika cuts it off, winds up. Costello 2-all.
That's out.
Is out. 5 points for Douglas and Nicholas. Possible match point.
That was a big opportunity for the Chargers. That one needed to land in. Just pushed it a little bit wide. I gotta say though, I mean, like you said, gonna come down to the front court, and Douglas has been the aggressor. He's been more consistent. He's landed a couple more shots than Zulika.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote forehand. This one caught by Benny. There's the backhand. Robote again for Douglas. Off the forehand again. This one caught by Benny. Backhand. Robote. Forehand. Low and hard. What a catch by Nicholas. Nicholas keeps it to the inside, and Benny's there. Backhand by Benny. Robote. The rebound from the back wall played by Douglas. To the inside. Robote for Douglas to the inside. Very much to the inside. At the side wall. Benny makes the play. Backhand by Nicholas. Robote forehand. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. Low and hard and off the tip of Benny Sesta. It goes. Point set and a hard-fought match for Douglas and Nicholas, taking it in the third set, 6-2.
And with that win, Douglas and Nicholas improved to 4-0 in this top-ranked doubles group. And led in that first set as well, just kind of slipped away, and then 6-0, 6-2, winning 12 of 14 points from the second set on. What a way to close it out.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Well, let's take a look at that game day scoreboard now. 1.5 points, courtesy of Douglas and Nicholas. Top 2 teams in our standings coming into today. Chargers had 21.5 to the Warriors 21. And those 2 teams are dead even on game days played. So a great look at where they stack up, and it's going to be back and forth through this whole season. Warriors jump out ahead, at least for the moment. We're going to hear from the winning team. Number 1 ranked doubles. There they are, Douglas and Nicholas.
All right, Douglas, Nicholas, congratulations on winning the match. You guys are undefeated so far this season. What's working so well within this team?
Communication is really good. We've both been playing pretty mistake-free so far. We're going to try to continue to do that. In that match, we were just trying to keep it away from Zulika the whole time. He's a great player with a lot of shots, and we knew that if we kept the points going for a long time, they would wear them out and try to get ourselves in a good position to make a play.
Right. Nicholas, Zulika and Benny were also undefeated. What's the mindset going against such a difficult team? Zulika y Benny, los dos no habían perdido un solo partido en toda la temporada. ¿Cuál es la mentalidad para ganarle a un equipo así?
Bueno, había que jugar simple, como sabemos hacerlo.
You just have to play simple like we know how to do.
Nuestro juego siempre es meter y esperar que el contrario falla.
Our game is always just throw and wait until the opponent fails.
Y ya sabemos que iba a pagar si jugamos así.
And we know we're going to be able to win if we play like that. Well, again, guys, congratulations on winning
you.
that match. We'll see what else happens today.
Thank you.
Up next, moving over to Division 6 doubles. So that was Division 1, top-ranked teams. Division 6, the lowest-ranked teams. But we've had some fun matches in this
A
group.
difficult one to call.
Yeah, this is fun. El Barba and Ubia against Williams and Julin. El Barba and Ubia 2-1 through their first 3 matches this season. Haven't seen a whole lot of Williams and Julin. Just one match against the Fireballs. Jedin and Hernandez on the 18th. They were able to get the win. So 1-0 for that Williams and Julin team. It's going to be a little bit tougher matchup here against El Barba and Ubia. Can argue in this one again, could come down to the front court play. El Barba has been a lot more aggressive. He's thrown a couple more shots. His percentage maybe not as high as some of these top-ranked players, but he's been making it happen up there in the front court so far. Will that hold true again, Stu? We'll see.
He told you when he was player of the day the other day. I heard him. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's something to prove.
There's a serve by El Barba. We begin this second match. Julin, sidearm, forehand. Ubia backing up. He scooped it up. It's backhand to the inside. Julin runs under it. Hard play. Here's Ubia from the left side. Backhand. Julin back on the inside. Makes the play in the air. There's one. Coming cross court. El Barba's there to cut it off. Backhand to the outside. Here's Julin on the forehand. That is on the wall. Julin plays the rebote on the backhand. El Barba couldn't get there. Ubia handles comfortably in the backcourt. Hard play up the middle again. Julin's got it low. Back to the inside. Here's Ubia. Backhand from the 11 line. Low runner. Ooh. Kicked in the pad. The overhead screen. Both out of play. First point to Williams and Julin of the Warriors.
We've seen Ubia have some difficulty with that low runner to the inside. He throws it so powerfully and often scores from it. But in that case, he just threw the backhand of the pad.
Big backhand. Forehand rebote saved by Julin. Ubia on the bounce from the 9 line. Powerful backhand. This one out of reach. Williams all alone for the rebote. Makes a good save from the left side. Ubia on the bounce from the 8 line. Powerful throw back in the corner. No play for Julin. Williams comes back, just lays it up. El Barba coming cross court on the Costado. The drop shot dropped in to score. El Barba ties it up 1-1.
If you give El Barba the opportunity to throw a shot, he's going to throw a shot. Maybe a drop shot, maybe a 2-wall.
Drop shot's really been working for him this season, especially off his footing. I mean, moving to the outside, dropping it in the front corner. He's pretty precise.
High degree of accuracy.
Ball at Ubia's feet, just missed. That gets Williams and Julin, rather, their second point, and the serve.
Ubia had seemed to get beyond those catching difficulties. He had those earlier when he first stepped in for Kubala in 2023, but he's been playing spot on, almost perfect with his catching these last couple outings.
Ubia, powerful forehand. Here's Julin keeping it on the left side. Low running backhand. Ubia on the bounce, picks it up just beyond the 11. Low runner again. Here's Julin. Nice scoop on the right side. Ubia now backing up. Hard backhand, high and hard. This one out of reach. Julin out of the way. Williams, forehand rebote on the wall. Just missed that one. That's going to be a second point for the Chargers.
It really comes down to technique. That ball's dropping on the side wall. You can't move the side wall out of the way of your cesta, so you just drop your arm, allow the ball to fall into your cesta, just get it up to the front wall.
Julin advances, has it on the forehand. Over Williams' head, out to the rebote. El Barba makes a tough save. This ball floating. Williams makes the stop at the 7 line. High and hard back inside Ubia with a missed ball.
My, oh my.
Williams and Julin lead it 3-2.
Again, once that ball made contact with the sidewall, spin changes just ever so slightly, goes off of the tip of Ubia's cesta. He's more than capable of making those catches.
Fault underserve. Came up short of the 4-line. Second serve for Williams. Ubia all the way up at the 6 line, goes for the splitter. Good stop by Julian. Julian sidearm forehand, back to the inside. Ubia, ball just trickled out of his cesta. That's going to be 4 points for the Warriors.
Yeah, these are balls. Okay, so we saw we saw Ubia with these catching difficulties earlier in the fall of 2023. Seemed to resolve them by the end of 2023 and clearly throughout 2024. But he's just shaking them out of his basket.
Julian, middle of the court. Here's the rebote by Ubia. Big bouncer. Julian controls it on the forehand. Sidearm play to the inside. Ubia trying to make the rebote. That one just missed. That's 5 points for Williams and Julian. They have a possible set point.
Very proud of El Barba encouraging Ubia. It's also a little bit of a change of dynamic. El Barba's really established himself as a force on the Chargers. He's just kind of a force, period.
Here's Julian from the 12 line. Forehand right over Ubia's head. He's getting out there for the rebote. He makes a save. It's a 2-all. Williams trying to cut it off. In and out of the basket. 3 points for the Chargers, El Barba and Ubia.
If Williams has got the ball, got the best play on the ball, and he did there, or felt that he did, go ahead and make the catch. Unless you hear Julian calling you off the ball, go for it.
Julian advances, gets up there at the 8 line. Powerful backhand, wall to wall. El Barba all alone. Forehand rebote turned powerfully. Julian keeps it on the left side. Ubia now, nice catch off the sidewall. A runner. Julian stands in. Ubia calls him off on the rebote. He saves it inside. That's on the wall, dropping low. Julian from deep in the backcourt lays it up. El Barba's got it. The outside placement lands in and scores.
They're asking for a review. We'll see if the captain asks for a review.
Challenge.
It has been challenged.
Challenge has been requested by the Warriors. The ball was ruled in. We are in a review.
So why don't you explain how that works, Andrew?
The ball was ruled in.
Yes.
So if replay says that the ball was out, we will award a point to the Warriors.
Got it.
So pretty simple in this case. If the original call is in, a point goes to either team. If the original call is out, that's the case where we replay the point. The Fila, that's going to be in. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Or that's not the mark I saw. I was looking. See what I was looking at, Stu.
Wait to see that ball's out.
Yeah, look at that. That's right on the line, actually.
That ball is out.
That's going to be close. Back judge and the front judge had differing calls. They discussed and went within, but
there's a little bit of glare there. I'm saying out.
No, that's you see it. Yeah,
I believe it's out.
Yeah, but again,
we don't have the call, but I believe it's out.
Again, I like that the judges discussed it, and I prefer them to say, if they don't know, go within, because then you can review it and you can award a point to the correct team in this case. If they would have ruled that ball out and it was actually in, it's kind of a tough break for the Chargers there. But I think upon replay review, you may see that ball touched the line. Again, in highlight, the ball has to land 100% in the court. If it touches any part of the line, that ball is going to be out. A little bit difficult there because it's right on the tee where the underserve line and the boundary line meet, but I think So we both see it pretty clear that that ball touched a piece of the boundary line, which would be out. So we're going to hear, I think a call has come in. The call is out. Replay review changes the call from in to out. That point will go to Williams and Julin.
They win the set.
And they win the set with 6 points. Right call. Right call.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
So the ball was out and close. Again, you saw how many times they had to flash it in front of us for us to see. And we're not replay judges.
Yeah.
We are but humble announcers sitting in the announcer's booth at Magic City.
Yeah, but again, just to clarify, if the original call is in, then replay says that it's out, we award a point because the ball was out of play. So you can give it to the Warriors in that case. But that's why the original call on the floor is important. Got it right. Most important thing. Warriors take the set 6-3.
There we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. And Ubia comes out and immediately apologized to Barba and said, I left you under the bridge there. Barba's telling him, fortunately, he's right over here and I can hear him, said, sorry, part of it was funny, so. I'm not sure what low risk, high reward means in this particular circumstance. You really just kind of catch the ball and throw it, but we'll go with that.
Maybe in terms of the shots for El Barba up there in the front, just, hey, maybe no need to throw the philo. If you can just throw that drop shot to the inside and, you know, not much maybe Williams is going to do with it if he does make the catch from his left or right. We're a couple seconds away from the start of set number 2. Warriors took the first one 6-3. There's a serve. Our second set is underway. Julin gets up to it before the second bounce. Powerful throw. Ubia looking for the rebote. Forehand got away from him. Up in the overhead screen and out of play.
One thing that we're always reviewing with players is try, if you're not having luck, if things aren't going your way, shake it off. Don't carry it into the next point. Leave it point by point, not point by point, then you try match by match, but you definitely don't carry it from one point to the next. Try not to.
Hard serve, Ubia from the left side, backhand. Crossing the sidewall, no problem for Julin there at the 11 line. High, hard return. Ubia backed up at the 13. This one launched. Williams coming back for the rebote. That's hooked. First point for El Barba and Ubia. We're tied up.
I have to say, this is probably where El Barba's mental game is perhaps better than anybody else's in the entire league. Because when he's coming from behind, he comes with a higher degree of motivation than almost anyone else that I've ever heard describe that position.
He thrives in that underdog role.
He loves
really
it.
Does.
I mean, he absolutely does it. And the fact that they're down by a set here, I'll be curious. He could serve it into the pad, but he's going to serve it hard.
Hard serve. Here's Julin from the left side. Powerful backhand. Stopped by Ubia. Running backhand. Played inside. Julin runs under it. Ubia now. Backhand again. Julin keeps it on the inside. Left side. Upping low. Ubia going to run around it. Trying to get out for the rebote. That's just missed. Warriors, Williams and Julin have 2 points and the serve.
Be expressing his frustration with the back wall. Ball took a bit of a wonky bounce.
That serve opened up and split them to score. That's going to be an ace. Williams and Julin now with 3.
We'll call it what it is. That's a carambola serve. Hard and low to the front wall. Coming into the box, of course, between the 4 and 7, touching the sidewall, going back to the outside. Like a reverse 2-all off the serve. It's impressive. Ubia was ready for that one.
Julin in the corner on the forehand. Back up the middle. Here's El Barba to cut it off. Backhand inside. It's dropping low. Julin, tough scoop. Ubia now from the 10. Powerful forehand over the top. That's well placed. Julin coming into the backcourt, digs it out.
Beautiful rebote save by
Ball
Julin.
floating on the inside. Ubia makes the catch. The backhand 2-wall is missed. 2 points for El Barba and Ubia.
An unconventional but effective shot, the backhand 2-wall. Ubia throws hard. He threw that one well.
I think if you're down a set here and you've seen a couple misses by Williams, you got to keep going to him on the outside. El Barba's got the shots to do it. Ubia can throw that backhand 2-wall. See if they start to go to that a little bit more and keep the ball away from Julin. What a scoop by Ubia there at the 10 line. Powerful throw on the numbers. He's got it again. Backhand opens up. Here's Ubia from the left side. Backhand 2-wall. Scores again. That's 3 points. We are tied up.
3-3. Have to imagine if Ubia's had difficult time catching the ball, continues to go to that, Julin's going to have to be moving to the outside.
And look at him. He knew it was coming, too. Telling Williams to get out there. But even if you get out there and are in position, not an easy scoop to make. Well-placed serve. That is an ace. El Barba and Ubia have come back to take the lead 4-3.
That was beautiful serve by El Barba. Julin was ready for it. You saw the way that he moved up on the ball, but it stayed a little closer to the side wall than he anticipated. Again, when the ball hits the side wall, you expect it to come out at least enough so you don't have to catch it on the tip of your cesta. Tough catch there for Julin.
Hard serve again, off the wall. Julin handles, big backhand. Ubia on the move, looking for the rebote. Forehand, that's well placed. Julin now, tough save of his own in the backcourt. Ubia on the bounce, picks it up on the forehand. Low and hard, Julin backing up, he scooped it up. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed.
Not a lot of room when you're both looking at the same piece of real estate to make your catch and your throw. Throwing back basically almost like to oneself. Your opponent's got to step in with the ball moving as fast as it is. That ball's coming right back to where he was standing, almost the same spot.
So look at that, and then just stops, doesn't go for it. Looks at the judge, makes the request. Request granted. But even though he had a play on the rebote, if you make any move towards the ball, you lose that right to request interference. So smart play by UB. Even though he had a play on it, say, hey, I'm entitled to this.
Yeah, put
Let's
his hands
replay
up
the point.
and ask for interference.
Especially with that El Barba serve, too. Forehand rebote is missed. 4-4 is the score. Warriors serve.
These are unexpected difficulties that UB is having throughout this match. Missed opportunities on the catches, missed opportunities on the rebotes. Just doesn't seem to feel in place.
Ubi on the forehand from the 9 line. It's crossing the sidewall, back it up, he scooped it up. Ubi again, now up at the 9. Karam, sidearm throw. Ooh, Julin called him off at the last second. Here's El Barba, good catch. Forehand, low and hard, Julin's there. This one, the launch, wall to wall, clears the overhead screen. El Barba looking for it, keeps it to the inside. Julin, hard throw. Would be a left side rebote, turns it just above the pad. Julin now advancing up at the 6. Back to the inside, well placed. Better catch by Ubia. Rebote, high off the front wall. El Barba comes cross court on the costado, but that is juggled. Juggling the call. That's 5 points for Williams and Julin. A possible set, possible match point.
Yeah, Barba frustrated clearly with the call, clearly frustrated with the juggle. I'm going to shake that off and come back out.
That serve will score for the win. The ace ends it. 6-4, 6-3, straight sets in favor of the Warriors. The serve becoming a weapon for Williams here, just beyond the 4 line on a couple of them, and Ubia not there before the second bounce. Second win in a row for the Warriors to begin the game day. All 3 points have gone their way. Coming up next, Fourth division doubles, Iturbide and Bradley take on Correa and Manny. Those 3 points, look at that. The Warriors have opened up a 2.5-point lead over the Chargers. And keep in mind, those two teams are dead even on games played this season. So a good look at where those two stack up in our Spring 24 standings. Haven't seen a lot of Williams and Julian this year. Just that one match back on the 18th against Jednan Hernandez. It's going to be a tough team to beat. If Williams continues to serve that way, to give any backcourter some trouble, and Julian a great leader in the backcourt, that dominant right side. We're going to hear from our winners. Ready to go. 6th ranked doubles team for the Warriors. Here they are, Williams and Julian.
All right, Williams, Julian, congratulations. You guys are undefeated so far. What's the secret in this team?
Communication, teamwork, man. Like I said, I had a bit of an off game, but Julian was there to hold me up, pick me up every time. Even when I didn't make the play, he was always telling me to play with confidence, continue to play how you play, and we're going to close the thing out.
Yeah, that's it. He said it all. We need to play confident, we need to communicate between us, and that's what we did, and it worked. So.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. We'll see what else happens in today's game day.
Thank you.
Up next, 4th division doubles. The Chargers, undefeated team of Iturbide and Bradley. Great start for that team. 2 matches, 2 wins. Correa and Manny, though, after opening night loss against the Renegades, was Gonaga and Arta. They've come right back with 2 impressive victories of their own. 2-1 record in their 3 matches.
And this reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. The game day between the Chargers and the Warriors.
You know, Bradley really the X factor here in his health. I mean, that's been a problem throughout his career, just staying healthy through a full season. But when he's on, he's almost like a between like a 4th and 5th ranked backorder. He's really solid, and Iturbide almost as aggressive as they come up in the front court. He can really take over a match, especially with the rank advantage over Correa. That's going to be the matchup to look out for here. Front court, Iturbide against Correa. Match number 3, Stu. Let's begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin the 3rd match of the game day. Iturbide will have the serve for the Chargers. Here's the serve. We begin. Backhand. Low runner to the inside. Scooped up by Iturbide. Here's the backhand. Iturbide, drop shot. High. Correa comes in, makes the play. Iturbide, backhand from the 8 line. Hard to the back wall. Robote coming out. Correa's there. Iturbide, 2-all. 2 score. Well executed. First point of this match goes to Iturbide and Bradley. The Chargers, Iturbide serves.
And going right to that rank advantage in the front court early on. 1 costado the drop shot. Good job by Correa to track it down. And Iturbide chooses the 2-all next time. That one opened up nicely to score. Got to switch it up. I mean, if your opponent starts to get a read on where you're going to throw it, it's going to be a long day. And you don't want Correa to get that ball on his right side. If Iturbide can keep it to his left, it's going to be a good recipe for success here.
Bradley from the left side, backhand from the 10 line. Manny, right over the back of Iturbide. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Robote forehand by Correa. Iturbide makes the catch. Drop shot. Read by Manny, but he did not get there. 2 points for the purple shirts. Iturbide and Bradley. Iturbide serves.
I think that's a good illustration of the game plan. Get the ball to pass, force a rebote by Correa, and then let Iturbide kill it up there in the front court. And he throws about as many costados as anybody on this roster. When he began his career, percentage wasn't great, but he steadily improved that number, and now he's figuring out this court a lot more comfortable and killing the point at a higher rate. That serve dropped low. What a serve that was.
Beautiful serve, scoring 4. Iturbide, that's 3 points. Iturbide serves.
To have a player of Iturbide's ability in this 4th-ranked group is such an advantage. And a lot easier, as we talked about before, to take a back quarter out of the match than it is a front quarter. You can just blast these balls, and Correa's got to play these rebotes consistently.
Here's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Correa. Lays it up. Iturbide's got it. Split placement, scooped up by Correa. Here's the backhand to pass. Rebote by Iturbide to the inside. Manny's there. Catch by Iturbide. Drop shot. Correa read this one. Gets in there to the 3 line to make the save. Here's Bragley. Backhand. Catch by Bragley. Here's the backhand. Hard to the inside. That's on the wall the whole way. Correa trying to make the save back at the 10 line. Difficult play. 4 quick points for Iturbide and Bragley of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
On the sidewall, the entire length of the court, and off the rebote as well. The rebound off the back wall. Tough for Correa to get in there on the right side and keep the rally going.
This is the Iturbide that I think we talked about. We were wondering when he was going to show up.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he has these skills, but look at what he's doing. He's moving his opponents around, just landing his shots, just playing really smart highline. Really smart highline. Here's the backhand by Manny to the inside. Iturbide's there. Backhand from the 8 line. Bragley overhead with the catch. Sends it back. Caught on the forehand of Correa. Correa from the forehand. Here's the backhand by Bragley. Well caught. Here's Manny on the backhand to the inside. Iturbide's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Backhand by Manny. Wall-to-wall, rebote coming out. There's the backhand by Manny. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Lubino shutout. Correa and Manny are on the board with a point. Correa serves for the Warriors.
A surprising miss for Bradley. I mean, that far off the wall. He's usually pretty consistent both sides of his body, but hasn't played many this match, so still trying to get comfortable out there.
He's come back so well from that injury here in 2024. So good to see.
Undergoing surgery and looks moving pretty well out there.
Yeah, the knee looks fine. Here's the backhand by Iturbide to the inside. Manny gets in there. Tremendous catch at the 13 line. Rebote forehand saved by Correa. Here's Iturbide. Dos Paredes, the 2-all scores. 5 points for the Chargers in purple. Iturbide has the serve.
Look at what happens when you mix it up. I mean, throwing the drop shot to the inside, now the 2-all to the outside. Correa was planted on the boundary line, expecting the drop shot, and he wasn't even close to getting to that 2-all. So well thrown. When your opponent is guessing, it's hard to be committed to try to make a play defensively and keep that rally going again.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Catch by Iturbide. Iturbide goes wall-to-wall. Rebote coming out. Big right side by Bragley. Comes to the backhand of Manny. Manny goes deep. Rebote coming out. Iturbide forehand rebote. This one caught by Manny. Iturbide backhand from the 8 line. Rebote coming out. Scoop by Manny. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Manny makes the catch. Here's the backhand from the 12 line. Iturbide's there. Beautiful scoop by Manny deep in the backcourt. Iturbide, forehand rebote, outside placement, outside of play. 2 points for Correa and Manny. Possible set point for the purple shirts. Correa serves.
I don't want to be too critical. I've played so well thus far, but maybe not the shot that you need. I mean, you have the advantage up there in the front. Be a little more patient. Wait for an opportunity on the left side, which is Iturbide's strength.
Excellent serve by Correa. Nice catch and return by Bragley. Bragley on the catch. Backhand from the 11 line. What a catch by Manny in the middle of the court. Comes over the top. Here's Bragley from deep in the backcourt. Correa makes the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. Scoop by Manny. That gets away from him and hits the rail above the front wall. Point and set to Iturbide and Bragley of the Chargers. We'll put a minute and a half on the board, come back out, play our next set. So there you have the first set going the direction of the purple shirts, Iturbide and Bragley winning 6-2. Here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. A reminder you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Bragley doing a tremendous job making solid catches, playing his position in the backcourt. You see him tying his cesta there. The hand sits on top of that wicker basket. The glove goes over the top of the hand. It's affixed to the cesta. Hand goes in, and basically the only thing holding your hand in that cesta, you're not holding on to anything in there. The only thing that keeps your hand in that cesta and that cesta on your arm is that tie, that black tie there called a cinta. Communication between Bragley and Iturbide has been spot on. Two players from vastly different backgrounds in Jai-Alai, but communicating well enough to put some points up on the board and come out on top. 6-2. Great play by Iturbide in that first set. You see Manny and Correa tying in as well. We're about ready to begin our second set. Reminder the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. There's the whistle. Our second set will begin. Ready to begin our second set. Correa has the serve. Cortada attempt caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. First point goes to Correa and Manny. Of the Warriors, Correa will serve.
Like the idea, but again, you just have to ensure that you hit the front wall. Even a soft forehand is going to force Correa to make that catch on his left side, which I believe was the intent. Don't need to risk giving away the point.
Good catch by Bragley off a great serve by Correa. Manny's there. Here's the backhand from the 12 line. Rebote. Forehand by Iturbide. Caught by Correa. Backhand by Correa. Rebote forehand. Midcourt placement. Iturbide has it. Drop shot. Ooh, that just hits the front wall. That takes its second bounce before the 4 line. Well thrown by Iturbide. We're all tied up. 1 point apiece. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
If Correa's going to commit that hard to the 2 wall, I'd like to see that as more of a fake to bait Iturbide into throwing that drop shot. When you commit that hard, all your momentum's going to the outside. It's just impossible for you to make that catch before the second bounce. Sometimes a little fake from the defense can lull the front quarter into sense of security on the throw, and then you can make something happen.
Excellent serve by Iturbide will score. That's 2 points for Iturbide and Bragley. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, he's been the difference.
This is a different Iturbide than we've seen.
Yeah, I think, you know, again, just the rank advantage. Maybe a little more comfortable out there, not necessarily worried about the return throw as you are in a second division or top division, but Correa's got a dominant right side. He's just doing a good job of keeping the ball away from it.
Here's the catch on the forehand of Bragley. Bragley powerful from the right side. Here's the catch by Bragley. Bragley goes deep. Robote. Forehand. This one caught by Iturbide. Iturbide with the outside placement that lands in and scores. Well executed by Iturbide. That gives them 3 points and the serve. It's a different comfort level that I'm used to seeing. He's just supremely comfortable in throwing these shots.
Yeah. I mean, under control, so much ease. He's placing the ball perfectly.
Tremendous.
You're seeing almost every throw you can make from the costado. He's throwing a 2-0. He's throwing it to the outside. He's throwing the drop shot.
Here's the backhand by Manny. In and out of the cesta the ball goes. 2 points for Correa and Manny of the Warriors. Correa serves. Beautiful catch by Bragley off a tremendous serve by Correa. There's the backhand. Out to the rebote. Forehand rebote by Iturbide. Caught in the air by Correa. Correa from the backhand. Big right side. Iturbide steps back to take it on the bounce. Big bounce to the inside, and Manny's there. 13-line play. This one caught by Iturbide. 2-all by Iturbide, stopped by Correa. Correa carambola, stopped by Iturbide in a beautiful catch. Backhand comes in low. Manny makes the save. Iturbide's got it. Split placement, scoop by Manny. Iturbide's calling for this. He wants that rebote. He keeps it inside. That will take this. It will not take the second bounce. Well played by Manny. Rebote forehand, laid up, caught by Correa. Correa, big right side, low and hard, off the tip of Iturbide's cesta. We're all tied up, 3 points apiece. Correa serves.
And Correa got it to his right side, was able to end the point. It's what he has to do. Not many opportunities, but taking advantage right there. You know, of all the shots for Iturbide, I don't like the splitter because if Manny makes a play on it, he's got it on his right side, and that leaves Bradley alone on an island in the backcourt. The drop shot, the 2-all have been working just fine.
Good point.
That's a good serve, too.
Tremendous serve by Correa will score. Correa and Manny take the lead 4-3. Correa serves.
And you see right there, Bradley trying to take that serve on his right side. That's just a left-sided catch, simply put. A lot more comfortable on his right, but sometimes you just got to go with the easier play. Oh,
beautiful catch by Bragley. Nice forehand. Caught in the air by Correa. Correa sends it deep. Robote left side by Iturbide. That's a nice save. Big, big bounce. Manny brings it down in the corner. That's beautifully caught. Here's the backhand by Bragley. Wall to wall from the left side. Correa makes the save. Iturbide will take it in the air at the 5-line. Drop shot inside, way to the inside. Great read by Correa. Correa just trying to flip it up to the back wall. Caught his leg doing so. 4-4 is the score. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
And that is exactly why I like the drop shot, because if Correa gets in there before the second bounce, the left is not the strength of his game. He doesn't get a lot of power behind it. He's not going to throw anything from the costado, so he's just going to flip a backhand inside, which doesn't really do much damage if you're the Chargers. 2-wall, drop shot, philo, straight to the outside, whatever you do. Let's keep it those 2 throws.
Nice catch and return there by Manny. Bragley, fine catch, backhand from the 12-line. Stays to the inside beautifully. Here's Manny. Iturbide midcourt, backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote, the rebound off the back wall is on the wall. Beautifully saved by Correa. 2-all, stopped but not held onto by Correa. Iturbide and Bragley advance to 5 points and a possible match point. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, it just hasn't been one of Correa's best days. And again, a difficult matchup. Iturbide, playing for a number of years, has developed a ton of shots, and Correa and predominantly right-sided. And I need to come back here to force this third set.
Here's the backhand by Manny. That hit the overhead screen. Point, set, and match for Iturbide and Bragley, taking it in straight sets. 6-2, 6-4.
Straight set victory for the Chargers. They get some points up on the board. Warriors still lead the day 3-1.5. Coming up next, top-ranked singles. We saw Zulika and Douglas go at it in doubles. Coming back in singles in just about 2.5 minutes. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Take a look at that game day score. Look at that race between the Warriors and Chargers. Just 1 point separates the team, these two teams rather, in our Spring 24 standings. We're going to hear from our winners, Iturbide and Bradley. They just keep on rolling undefeated to begin the Spring 24. Here they are, fourth team for the Chargers.
All right, Iturbide, Bradley, congratulations on winning that match. You guys right now are 3-0, undefeated so far this season. How has this new team gelled so well?
I gotta give him all the credit. No. It's all him right here. I'm just backup.
Nos complementamos muy bien y
we complement each other very well.
Este es el camino.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we agree back here. I think that team does work pretty well with one another.
No question about it. And if you showed it to me on paper ahead of time, I would have said, I don't know how this is going to work.
But someone's going to get killed. Yeah, we don't know how it's going to work, but someone's going to.
Someone might die, but no.
Wow.
Tremendous play by both Iturbide and Bragley. What's up next?
Up next to top-ranked singles, Douglas and Zulika. Zulika 2-2 record to begin his singles season. Douglas 1-1. Lost on opening night to Gaucheri, but came right back next time out against Inaki with a dominant performance. Zulika, I mean, he's played 4 singles matches already. This will be his 5th. And if you're a trend better, Stu, Zulika, win-loss, win-loss. Is this going to be another win right here? Will that trend continue? See what happens in our 4th match of the day. There's the serve. Our 4th match is underway. Douglas with the backhand, stopped overhead. Here's Zulika. Swung it a pass. Douglas looking for the rebote. Forehand, saved back up the middle. Zulika low and hard, back inside. One-handed catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. That just does clear the overhead screen. Zulika overran it, has to come back for it. Now Douglas on the costado, inside placement. Zulika scoops it up high on the left side. Back into the corner. There's a rebote. A little kick off the side wall. Zulika on the bounce. Picks it up. Hard again. Douglas is there to scoop it up. Zulika just does make the save again. Here's Douglas up at the 4 line. The 2 wall. Not enough. Not going to get there. Zulika's throw overhead. Landing in and scoring. Great point between Zulika and Douglas. Zulika gets the scoring started. On the board first.
What a read. Just a tremendous read. Zulika had to commit. Douglas has been moving the ball around on the inside, on the outside, so it makes for a very difficult read, but Zulika read this perfectly. See Douglas winding up. 2-all. Zulika takes off. Just have to throw it out of reach, which is what he did.
Rebote forehand, high off the front wall. Douglas on the left side, takes it. Allows the backhand up again, 2 pass. Zulika coming back for it. There's a Rebote forehand, just does clear. Douglas pushed this one outside. Zulika runs under it. Zulika opens up, fakes the carom, puts it inside where it scores. Well thrown to get Zulika his second point.
Have to respect the carom with Zulika. Have to respect the carom. If Zulika's throwing a carom, though, it's not coming all the way back to the 9 line. You see where Douglas goes out here. I mean, he's out at the 11 line. He would have been going out. If Zulika's throwing a carom, that ball hits the screen by the 5 or 6 at worst. Or he doesn't throw it.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Douglas gets up there before the second bounce, lobs it into the corner, 2 pass. Zulika, powerful Rebote. Douglas stands in, takes it off the side wall. There's another one coming out. Zulika, this one escaped up in the overhead screen, and it's out of play. First point for Douglas.
Zulika really needs to avoid unforced errors. Obviously, every player does, but especially playing against Douglas. Douglas will capitalize on those mistakes.
Here's Douglas on the left side, the backhand. Dropping in the corner, forehand Rebote. Not gonna get past Douglas, ranging back for it. Soft touch to the inside. Drops it in the corner, Zulika. Rebote played from the 9. Douglas lets it pass, he's scrambling a bit, just drops it over the top. On the sidewall, good pickup by Zulika. Another backhand, into the corner. Douglas on the Rebote, low and hard. Zulika scoops it up into the Costado. It's a 2-wall. That is called out.
Seeing if they're going to challenge it.
And this is, even if they do challenge here, they will not get the point. It will be a replay of the point. I don't know. I mean, without looking at a replay, Stu, that ball looked like it was a couple inches in, at least. And this is an unfortunate case where they ruled it out. So even though Douglas definitely wouldn't have gotten to that ball, it will be a yeah, that's way in. Look at that. Yeah, that's not even. That's not too close there. That's going to be an unfortunate break here. They will not get the point. It's going to be a replay. So the replay has said that the ball was in. Since the original call was out, we will replay the point. Douglas serves with 1 point. Zulika has 2. Here's Zulika from the left side, big backhand. Catch here by Douglas, backhand, wall to wall. Into the chick-chack, that scores. 3 points for Zulika. What a serve by Zulika. That stayed inside. The ace brings it to 4-1. Great catch by Zulika up the wall. He comes down with the ball. Big backhand out to the rebote. Saved by Douglas. Here's Zulika from the costado. Inside placement opens up and scores. Five points for Zulika. He's got a possible set point. Here's Douglas from the left side. Forehand rebote. It's a 2-all return by Douglas. Snapped to score. What a shot. That extends the set here. Douglas serves. Still a possible set point for Zulika.
If nothing else, you want a momentum breaker, and that's what Douglas did just there. Again, hasn't been throwing many shots, but, well, not in this match, but the ones that he does throw, he throws with a high degree of accuracy.
Douglas, another 2-all. That's too low. Caught the pad on the way down. That's going to be 6 points for Zulika and the set. Minute and a half on the board to come back and play set number 2.
So Douglas definitely does have the energy to come back here. I mean, look, we saw it earlier. Just dominating in 3 sets. Zulika playing, for the most part, mistake-free highlight.
Yeah, just a bit of a slow start for Douglas. Could really never get anything going out there. See a late push with that 2-all off the rebote, but to start to force it a little bit more offensively if he wants to keep up with Douglas.
There we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players come back here, take their breaks in between sets, prepare for matches. There you see Zulika just won the first set. Again, the scoring in battle court, first team, in this case player, to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Zulika staying up. I kind of like that. You know, in this match, you know that Douglas is probably going to pick up the pace to begin set number 2. You don't want to sit down, maybe get a little cold, a little stiff. Just keep moving. Got a little potassium in there, some electrolytes. I like this strategy, Stu. Ready to begin set number 2. Douglas serves to Zulika. Powerful forehand to the inside. Douglas on the rebote. He makes the save. Zulika looking to scoop it up. What a play up in the front court. Backhand, low and hard. Douglas again. There's a 2-all. Not going to open up. Zulika stops it. Zulika, forehand out of reach and scoring. First point of our second set goes to Zulika.
I'll tell you, Douglas is going to the shot, but now this is the second time that Zulika's been standing right there waiting for it. So it's an aggressive style of play for Douglas, but it seems like Zulika got the memo.
I think so. Rebote to pass. Here's Douglas on the left side. It's inside. Zulika's there to cut it off low. Right into the 2-wall, opening up to score.
That was just gorgeous.
Great shot by Zulika. That's 2-point advantage in our second set.
That was just so beautifully executed by Zulika. There wasn't even, that was as clean a shot as you can make. I mean, there really was. There was no hesitation. There was no holding. There was no preparation. He went immediately from the catch into the throw, and it was a perfectly executed 2-0.
Powerful serve, crossing in the corner. Douglas stands in there, comes away with it on the left side. Here's the rebote, forehand, powered wall to wall. Douglas now lays it up. Zulika backing up. He's got it on the right side, low and hard. Douglas stands in. He scooped it up. Backhand, low runner. This comes shooting off the back wall. Zulika makes the save. Back to the inside. Douglas couldn't get there in the air. Plays the rebote on the back end. Wall to wall. To wall. Off the rebote. Snapped in to score. 3 straight for Zulika.
Zulika has been absolutely locked in. And when I mean locked in, I mean locked in. He's just moving Douglas all around the court, and he's just not able to get there.
Douglas, the 13 line, gets it to pass. Zulika up at the 8, looking for the rebote. Again, rifled wall to wall. Forehand laid up. Here's Zulika on the forehand to the inside. Douglas, one-handed scoop. What a catch. This one comes shooting out. Zulika again on the rebote. Played this just out of reach. Douglas, tough rebote. That sailed up in the overhead screen and out of play.
Sometimes by history, when Douglas starts having a lot of kinetic energy on the court and not resulting in points, he's not so locked in, doesn't turn out so well.
Yeah, he committed to that catch and
Yeah, and
he was just out of reach.
I mean, the scoop was beautiful. It was no question about that. But then, you know, he set Zulika up for the throw, and then there was a lot of jumping after that, or movement. Don't know there was jumping. Something happened out there, and there was a flash of Douglas moving.
Backhand by Douglas. Here's the rebote, forehand. Got away, kicking up in the overhead screen and out of play. Douglas is on the board. He serves.
No mistaking that one hit the overhead screen. And one of the rails that holds the overhead screen up.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Douglas. Ball missed off the scoop, stayed to the inside. It's going to be 2 points now for Douglas, still serving in our second set. Into the Chula, tough save by Douglas. To the inside, Zulika, splitter. Douglas scooped it up. Douglas on the 2-wall. Knock it open up. Zulika stops it. Again, back inside. Douglas in perfect position, makes the play. Zulika tipped it. What a sequence up in the front court. Douglas now with 3 points in a row. The deficit's just 1.
That was the most exciting sequence of the day, without question. Zulika has been shutting Douglas's 2-all down, just absolutely shutting it down. But then Zulika made the mistake of trying to pass Douglas. Not a good idea.
Powerful backhand, open it up. Douglas on the rebote. That opens up to the outside. Zulika looking for it, and it's missed. 4-4 is the score. Douglas serves. Low runner, scooped up there by Douglas. Douglas from the 9 line. Douglas on the bounce, picks it off at the 7 line, low and hard. Zulika scooped it up. Backhand, hopping in the corner. Douglas comes back for it, lays it up. Zulika now on the forehand scoop, side arm carom.
Wow.
Scores. Five points for Zulika. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
Let's see if Zulika is able to finish this off here.
Douglas back beyond the 13. Here's the rebote coming out. Zulika lines it up on the forehand, turns it, and clears the overhead screen. Douglas now laying it up, middle of the court. Zulika's got it on the forehand, low and hard. Douglas caught it in the air to keep it going. This one comes shooting off the back wall. Powerful save on the rebote. Here's Douglas from the left side, low runner. And shooting out, another rebote save, this one to pass. Douglas just lays it up, big bouncer controlled. Here's Zulika, the carom blasted. Douglas stops it, Douglas's return rather, scores. We are tied up at 5-5 in our second set. If Douglas wins it, we'll go to a third set. If Zulika wins it, and that's the match.
So I don't think that Douglas would mind going on to a third set. Obviously, he wants it. Zulika, on the other hand, we'll see who wants it more.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Douglas. Second serve is good. Zulika up at the 9 line. There's a backhand, dropping low. Off the sidewall, Douglas makes the save. Zulika commits on the 2 wall. That's thrown out. We are going to a third set. Douglas takes set 2, 6-5. Wow.
Douglas earned it. Earned another chance to try to win this match.
Yeah, Zulika had him.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. 4-0 in the second set. Douglas with a great run to tie it up at 4-4. Still with 2 opportunities to close it out. Zulika unable to do so there at the end. Douglas forcing a third set in our 4th match of the day. Game day score right now, 3 points for the Warriors, just 1.5 for the Chargers. And 1 point will be awarded to the winning team in this singles match.
Looks like the feedback that Julian is giving Douglas, both Nicholas and Manny agree with regarding passing. Again, this is sign language. They're away from us, so I can't hear what's being said. And by passing, we mean getting it away from your opponent, getting it over their head primarily. Reminder, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're getting ready to begin the 3rd and final set of our 4th match of the day, a singles match between top players Zulika and Douglas.
Wasn't expecting a third set.
No, neither was I.
And Zulika was just on fire to begin this match. You saw 6-2 in the first set. He was up 4-0 in set number 2, so won 10 of the first 12 points. And Douglas came right back. A run of his own to steal that second set away. Zulika will have the serve to begin set number 3. We are ready to begin set number 3. Zulika will serve to Douglas. That serve begins our 3rd set. What a catch by Douglas in the corner. Rebote powered back to the inside. Good catch by Douglas, lining it up off the side wall. One dropped in the corner. Rebote.
That catch is a momentum setter.
2 wall by Douglas. Lands in and scores on the board first in our 3rd and decisive set.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, Andrew, but there was just something about that catch that, so for you to make that catch with your cesta against the back wall, not juggle it, not drop it, return it, pretty impressive for Douglas.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Well-placed serve is an ace. 2 points for Douglas.
Zulika really can't let this set get away from him. Has to go point by point. Now that he's tired.
High bouncing serve again, this time off the wall. Zulika handles, big backhand to open it up. Passing Douglas, he's looking for the rebote. That caught the corner. Zulika on the forehand. Powerful throw inside. Douglas got there in the air. What range? Rebote forehand to the inside. Great catch by Douglas before it crossed the side wall. Rebote again, left side. Played to the inside. One-handed grab. Zulika between the 9 and 10. Drops it in the corner into the Chula to score. Dying in the corner, getting Zulika on the board with his first point of our third set.
Still anyone's set and anyone's match. Douglas looking a little bit more locked in than Zulika. Zulika appearing fatigued. Douglas appearing frustrated. But Douglas appearing just a little more locked in. We'll see what happens. It really is anyone's match at this point.
Douglas from the left side. Drops it in the corner. Here's a rebote forehand. Picked off the sidewall. Douglas winds up the costado. Keeps it inside. Good read by Zulika. Caught in the air. Backhand. Near the corner again. Douglas comes back for it. Puts it at the feet. Zulika scoops it up. Zulika into the 2-wall. Thrown to score. We are tied up. 2-2.
Douglas was laying down there just after having made the save. But Zulika sees you on the ground. He's going to throw it away from you. That's exactly what he did.
Here's Douglas from the left side. Low runner to open it up. Zulika cuts it off right into the 2-wall. Thrown in to score. 3-2 lead for the Chargers. And again, since the Warriors won their first challenge of the day, they do retain that challenge. So they want to go for it. That was close, but again, that looked like it was in. And Douglas not questioning it. I think he agrees with the call.
If he's not questioning the call, I'm sure he agrees with it. Douglas has a way of letting you know what he's thinking.
On the 12 line, there's a backhand. Forehand rebote for Zulika on the return. That's well placed. Douglas going to let it pass. Rebote on the backhand. Tough scoop. Another 2-wall blasted in to score. 4 in a row for Zulika. He leads by 2.
Wow.
He's figuring this 2-wall out in the third set. No better time.
I mean, you think about it. Zulika's made how many 2-walls that have scored? Douglas threw 3 that I can remember, and Zulika got to all of them. He read his body language perfect and stopped each one. It's the catch-22 with the 2-wall. It really depends upon who you're playing.
Catch by Zulika there, back at the 10 line. Douglas lays up the rebote. Zulika ranging back behind him at the 10 line. This one gonna pass again. Douglas, forehand rebote. One passing, Zulika looking for it. He makes a save to the inside. That's well placed and just out of reach. 5 points for Zulika. He's got a possible set and a possible match point. Gotta be careful though. Douglas ready with one dramatic comeback. It was a 4-point deficit in that second set.
No, he's capable of doing it.
He's got to do it again.
And Zulika understands that. Try to finish it off here. Curious to see if he goes to that bullet serve that crosses the side wall. I don't know that he's got anything left in the tank for that. But we'll see.
Hard serve, Douglas stands in, backhand, lobbed up and passing. Zulika stays up at the 8 line, rebote, played inside, dropping low. Douglas coming back for it. Will clip off the sidewall. Here's Zulika, inside placement's gonna score for the win. Point, set, and a hard-fought match going the way of Zulika in 3 sets, winning the final set 6-2. just to force a third set. Incredible comeback there by Douglas, but Zulika closes it out and gets his third win. 3-2 now in his 5 singles matches to begin our spring 24 season. Just a half point separating these two in the game day. Will be up to Albarba and Benny to keep the Chargers alive against Williams and Manny. 5th ranked doubles up next. Let's take a look at that game day scoreboard. Yeah. 1.5 points for a doubles win, 1 point for a singles win. With doubles coming up next, the Chargers need this win to stay alive for the game day. And then our final singles match, the Warriors could come back and tie it up at 4-4 yesterday. Still, between the Renegades and the Devils, 4-4 was the score, perhaps again today.
Balance and parity.
I've been saying some of the most balanced teams in Battle Court since we began. Now in our 5th season of play. So far, it's lived up to it. We're going to hear from the winner. Zulika dropped his opening match against Douglas, able to avenge that loss in singles just a little bit later. Needed an extra set to do it, but we're going to hear from him. Zulika. There he is, the top player for the Chargers.
All right, Zulika, congratulations on winning that match. What's the mindset playing against a top contender like Douglas?
You gotta be very tough mentally and physically. He's a great player, a future world champion. And just play great and don't make mistakes and be very tough.
What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Well, our expectations is to be in the top 4. We're in a good position in the standings. We gotta take advantage of the very good beginning. So that's our goal in a short term. Go game by game, day by day, and finish in the top 4.
Well, against Zulika, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
I want to shout out to my wife and kids. Thank you for your support.
Up next, 5th ranked doubles matchup. And 2 fun teams here. That Albarba coming out for the 2nd time, this time with Benny behind him against Williams and Manny. Williams took the first matchup between these 2 6th ranked front quarters. Let's see what happens right here. Dead even in terms of the rankings. 3rd ranked back quarter for both of these teams in Benny and Manny. 6th ranked front quarter in Albarba and Williams. We begin our match with an underserve. Second serve coming up for Albarba.
Ball missed by Manny coming off the side wall. That is a point for Albarba and Benny. Albarba will serve.
And we saw
I have no idea what happened to Manny on that catch. I mean, had to be the spin coming off of the side wall.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, had to be the spin coming off the side wall. Manny advances to make the catch. There's the backhand. This ball is caught by Benny. Benny from the forehand. Manny makes the catch. Forehand to the inside. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote left side by Manny. Makes the save. Albarba attacks. Has it on the forehand. Drop shot to the inside. That is perfectly executed and scoring. 2 points for Albarba and Benny. Albarba serves.
To stop the momentum on the swing from your right side to drop that soft cortada, that's not easy. got it just above the pad. Look at this. A little contact with the sidewall, kills it. Look at this. He's going and then just cuts it off, comes over the top, and look at that. Spinning off the sidewall. No chance for Williams to get in there. Great start for Elbarba in this one. Responsible for both points.
Here's a backhand by Manny. Rebote coming out. Elbarba swing and a miss on the rebote. That's a point for Williams and Manny. Williams will have the serve for the Warriors. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Looked like a bit of an overswing right there on that rebote. You see in the end how he finished kind of spinning and still going. Just got to stand in there, plant your 2 feet, and get that rebote up off the front wall. You don't need to try to power it past the opposing backcourter, which is a difficult throw, especially this early in the match with a colder ball. Not going to travel as far.
Benny moves up to make the catch. There's his drop shot. Cool Fitness was there, but could not bring it in. 3 points for Benny and Elbarba. Elbarba serves.
And just simply put, love the strategy here. You know, a lot of times you throw the ball to the higher ranked player. The Chargers, hey, let's give the ball to Williams. If any one of these two is going to beat us, they're going to live if Williams does it. Can't let Manny play the entire court from the back.
There's the backhand by Manny, caught by Benny. Benny winding up with a 2-all. Catch by Manny. Manny, long cortada, that scores. Williams and Manny with the point. Williams serves.
And with Benny hanging a little deep in the backcourt, Manny with the same type of throw. Just above the pad, contact with the sidewall is going to kill it before Benny can get up there.
Manny takes the ball on the bounce at the 12 line. Forehand play to the inside. Here's Benny. Backhand. Manny catches it in the air. Backhand from the 9 line. Benny goes deep. Manny's there. Here's a backhand by Benny. Catch by Manny. Manny again. Benny takes it in the air. Rebote save goes wide. 3-3. Williams serves.
Some of the rebotes tend to float too, and that one off the back wall just kind of hung up there. Elbarba was planted about the 7 line. He needed to move up a couple steps to turn that one.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand hooked by Williams. 4 points for Elbarba and Benny. Elbarba serves.
Again, with this colder ball to start off the match, a little bit harder for both of these backcourters to pass, and you can tell that they're trying to. Benny finally able to do so there, forcing that hooked rebote. That's why I think it's critical for the Warriors to get this set, because as this ball heats up, I think that plays into the Chargers' hand with the better front quarter of the two.
It's an excellent serve by Elbarba, caught well by Manny. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 9 line to the inside. Manny's there. Rebote left side by Elbarba. Here's Manny. Backhand. Manny on the forehand from the 10 line. Back to the inside. Backhand by Benny. Rebote coming out. Comes to the sidewall. Williams is there, puts it in the middle of the court. Benny makes the catch. Benny to the inside. Manny looks for the rebote. Big bounce rebote. Comes to the backcourt. Caught by Benny. There's the backhand by Manny. Rebote comes to the 8 line. Saved by Benny. Powerful forehand. Rebote coming out. Manny will keep the rebote. Sends it deep. Benny's there. Benny to the inside. Manny's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Here's the catch by Benny. Outside placement. Scooped up, but not held onto by Williams. 5 points for El Barba and Benny, possible set point.
Benny's gotten so much smarter playing in these lower-ranked doubles matches.
Very much so.
I mean, you cut the tape from a few seasons ago. I mean, he was playing the opposing backcourt. Now he's just taking what the defense gives him. You got to find the simplest way to put points up on the board, and it's not playing Manny there in the backcourt. Testing Williams, that time with an outside placement. Well done, forcing that miss.
Here's the backhand by Manny, caught by Benny. Backhand from the 11 line, backhand 2-all. Manny calls for it. Karen by Manny is out. 6 points and the set for the Chargers. El Barba and Benny, minute 30 goes up on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So, a fun set.
Very fun.
Shots galore thrown by all 4 players. There they all come back to the ESPN 3 players cage. Here we have Team Benny and El Barba. Let you guess who's who, if you're not familiar with Battlecourt.
And we learned last week El Barba translates to the beard, so I'm going to go with the one on the right.
Yes, he shaved.
Great playing this team, and just helps out Benny there in the back, knowing that he's got a front courter who's going to make the catches, play the rebotes, keep it in play consistently. Just opened up his game from the backcourt, and you're starting to see a couple more shots, and it really has worked out well for this Chargers team.
Yeah, now there's no question that El Barba is playing well and playing well with Benny. There you see Williams and Manny behind them. Williams basically just saying, look, I know I dropped a couple balls there.
And really this Chargers team as a whole, it starts with their front quarters. I mean, every one of these teams, Zulika and Benny, Iturbide, Ubia, Zulika, Brandley, Iturbide, Brandley, then El Barba with Benny and Ubia, they're going to have one of the better front quarters, if not the best front quarter in every match they play. And on this court, it's a pretty significant advantage. In this 6th-ranked group, I think El Barba so far has separated himself, at least from the offensive perspective. I mean, he can kill the point better than anybody in this group.
Yes, you're right. 100%.
And then you got Zulika, shot maker up in the front, Iturbide as well. Not many weaknesses in this Chargers team. So far, so good here on Spring 24. See if they can close out this match at straight sets with Williams and Manny. Forces 3rd one right here.
We're ready to begin our next set. Williams has the serve for the Warriors. Here's the serve. We begin. Rebote forehand. Here's the catch by Manny. Outside placement by Manny, scooped up by El Barba. El Barba low and hard, not low enough. Manny's got it on the forehand. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. That gets away from him and hits the overhead screen. Williams and Manny. First up on the board in the second set, Williams serves.
And just committed to passing on that backhand, gave it just a little bit extra and getting away from Benny there. Just got to stay in it. I mean, really first mistake for him in this match.
There's the backhand. Ball tipped in the corner. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. El Barba serves for the Chargers.
Very rarely do you see Manny not committed to a catch like that. He was a little bit confused there at the last second, put the cesta in there and just tipped it.
Ball under serve. Battlecourt rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Benny. Backhand again by Manny. Hard throw. Eye on the back wall. On the wall for the rebote. El Barba makes a beautiful save. Here's Manny. Manny, outside placement to El Barba. El Barba with the scoop. Excellent throw by El Barba, will score. 2 points for El Barba and Benny. The Chargers, El Barba serves.
And they just don't give away points up there in the front court with their 6th-ranked player.
Serious difficulties catching the ball today. He's had some really serious difficulties catching the ball today.
As a 6, you don't have to go out there and win the match, but you can't lose it. And El Barba doing a good job. Williams has got to figure it out here. He's missed 4, 5, maybe even 6 balls there on the outside in this match.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Benny makes the catch. Backhand. Manny from the 11 line, over the top. Picala, the big bounce. Brought down by Benny, comes flying in. Big right side to pass. Rebote forehand to the inside. Benny picks it up on the bounce. Backhand. Catch by Manny. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand by Benny. Catch by Manny. He comes over the top. Splitter. Benny will take the rebote, send it out of play. 2-2. Williams serves.
A little late communication there between the Chargers. And that's one that Benny could call for El Barba to take it. He's proven that he can make that catch in the air, but once it bounces, it's a tough rebote for Benny to play from the outside, especially off his footing.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. El Barba moves out to make the catch. Going for that placement.
A shot by El Barba.
Well played and scoring. 3 points for El Barba and Benny. Was not expecting a high carambola off the serve for El Barba. Apparently neither was anyone else.
We talked about the importance of mixing it up. What has he done every time he's had it outside? He's thrown that softer cortada, so this time puts a little more height under it. Look at Manny. He's positioned to take that ball on the bounce at the 7 line. What a throw there by El Barba.
Really well done by El Barba.
Really smart shot.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand. Here's the catch and return by Manny. Benny's there. Backhand from the 12 line. Rebote, that's a nice save by Williams. Good snag by Benny. Benny from the forehand to the inside. Manny will play the rebote. Left side. Catch by Manny. Manny comes over the top. Manny makes the rebote save, stays up. Here's Benny. Benny from the forehand at the 9 line. Lower and harder, picked up by Manny. Backhand. What a catch by Manny. Forehand to the inside, catch by Benny. Rebote forehand. Rebote left side. There's the catch by Benny. Benny putting it to the outside. Williams in great position to make the rebote, just did not complete the throw. 4 points for El Barba and Benny. El Barba serves.
And Williams has played 10 times the balls in this match than he did in that opening one with Julian. Julian did a great job of covering most of the courting and a little bit easier in the 6th-ranked match compared to the 5. Again, the Chargers kept the game plan simple. They've been consistent, and it's worked out well in both sets now, leading by 2 here in set number 2. And they have taken Manny completely out of this match with those high carambolas, passing consistently. And it's got to get frustrating.
Manny on the backhand. Barba calls for the rebote. Plays it to the outside. Manny takes it in the air. Carom by Manny. That scored perfectly. 3 points for Williams and Manny. Williams serves.
With both Chargers there trapped inside, you expected a Carom. Manny executed it perfectly. And that's really the only weakness for Barba up there in the front is just lateral movement, court coverage side to side.
He's got this lumbering movement, but somehow or other it works. Lumbering doesn't usually work in athletics, but in this case it works for Barba. He moves to the ball pretty well.
He's got some afterburners.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. There's the backhand by Benny. Rebote for Manny. Manny sends it high and inside. Picked up on the bounce by Benny. Quick release by Benny. Big bounce. Manny under the bridge, but he makes the save. Barba reaching out. Hard throw. Not passing Manny. Hard throw to the inside. Benny on the move. Makes the save.
What a save.
Manny calls for it. Makes the catch. Hard throw. 3-wall play. Barba called for it, but sent it into the pad, and the pad is bad.
I think he's okay. Just a little disappointed that the rebote was a little low. I'll tell you what, though.
4-4 is the score.
I love the communication, though. I mean, he called him off aggressively, and Barba was in perfect position.
Yeah, he did.
Again, just about an inch or two low
I
on
have to
that.
think that he was trying to overachieve with the throw. You really just got to get up on the glass. He's capable of doing it. I think he wanted to do something with it to win that point with authority. It just did not work.
Big backhand.
Here's the backhand by Manny. It goes wall to wall. Manny from the forehand, that 3-wall play. This one stopped in the air by Benny. Benny Pica. Stopped deep by Manny. Manny from the forehand. Benny, beautiful catch at the 7 line. Big backhand. Rebote coming out.
It's on the wall, too.
Rebote forehand is missed. That is 5 points for Barba and Benny. Possible set, possible match point.
Yeah, Chargers kind of went away from the pass and rebote strategy here in this second set, getting back to it right there. They needed that point. They got it. I mean, to have the power to blast it and take Manny completely out of it and put it on the sidewall there at the 6 line, that's exactly what you want. Good, smart throw there. Chargers a chance to close out this match.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
And this is one you have to get in. I don't think Williams is going to try to cut anything off here with his team down a point and the match on the line. It's a good second serve.
Here's a backhand by Manny. Rebote, splitter, stopped by Benny. Benny from the forehand, goes deep. Manny will catch it behind him and over his head. Benny on the catch, winds up. Splitter again, stopped by Manny. Manny from the forehand, Cortada crossing the side wall, and Benny is there. Big backhand. Rebote coming out at the side wall, and it scores for the win. Point set and match to Barba and Benny, taking it in the straight set, 6-3, 6-4.
Well, the Chargers have come back on this game day. They now lead it 4-3. Final match of the day, singles. The Warriors have a chance to tie it up. It's going to be Iturbide against Nicholas in just about 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
This is a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Here we have the Game Day scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings. You see 4 points for the Chargers, 3 points for the Warriors. Total points of all teams there just beneath them. Just came out of El Barba and Benny going up against Williams and Manny. El Barba and Benny won it. And it's time to hear from El Barba and Benny. There they are. Take it away.
All right, El Barba, Benny, congratulations on winning that match. You guys are now 3 in a row. Do you guys think your history as roommates has helped this team get off to such a hot start?
No, it has nothing to do with it. I just think our team, we had a long layoff, a week, and everybody, it just seems a little off today, so I'm glad we were able to battle through, persevere, and get the win.
Yeah, I mean, after the first match that we played against Hernandez and Cabrera, we played pretty good, but we ended up with the loss. But we came back the last 3 matches, and we seem to be playing pretty good with each other.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. We'll see what else happens today.
Yeah, thank you.
Final match of the day, Stu. Flipping back over to singles here. Second-ranked matchup between Iturbide and Nicholas. Iturbide coming off of a big win. Dominated up in the front court with Bradley behind him. Nicholas also started that opening match with Douglas. It's been a while. Just had to wait, see how that plays into this match. And Iturbide, this is his first singles match this season for the Chargers. Nicholas played one. That was against Ferronda, the Fireballs, and he was able to get the win in straight sets. Nicholas 1-0. Iturbide 0-0. Let's see how this singles match goes. Again, if the Warriors can win this, the game day will end in a tie. If the Chargers win, they win the day 5-3. There's a serve by Iturbide. We begin. Powerful backhand. Here's the rebote left side. Iturbide puts it up the middle. Nicholas on the bounce. Powerful backhand wall to wall. Here's the rebote. Forehand makes the save. Forehand rebote again. Iturbide advancing, scooped it up, keeps it to the inside where it scores. Iturbide on the board first in our final match.
One thing I'm curious to see if whether or not Iturbide brings that same aggressive style of play that we saw earlier in the day with Bradley, where he's throwing lots and lots of shots. Curious to see if he brings that to singles, because Nicholas will outcatch him, no question about that.
Nicholas opens up from the left side. There's a backhand on the wall. Iturbide from up at the 9 line. Big backhand to pass. Nicholas on the rebote, lays it up from the forehand. That's going to get by Iturbide. Rebote of his own. Back to the inside on the numbers. No problem for Nicholas. Great catch. Iturbide now at the 10 line. Powerful throw. Dropped in the corner. Not a lot on that rebote. Nicholas makes a tough save. Iturbide advances. The drop shot. Drop into score. 2 bounces ruled and a second point for Iturbide.
I'll tell you, Iturbide looks pretty locked in. Does not mean that Nicholas can't turn it on pretty much anytime he wants, but so far so good for Iturbide and the Chargers.
Strong backhand coming up the middle. Iturbide looking for it. It's a 2-wall rebote thrown in to score. Iturbide quickly out ahead with 3 points. forehand opens up to the outside. Here's Nicholas, low and hard. Iturbide backing up. He scooped it up. Nicholas on the right side from the 9 line. Sidearm play. Iturbide standing in, scooped up another one. Big backhand now to the rebote. Nicholas lining it up at the 8 line. Comes out to the middle of the court. Iturbide's got it overhead. Opens up for the carom. That's too low. He's going to give Nicholas his first point. And the serve.
Really good thought by Iturbide. Had him dead to rights on the carom. Just need to get it in bounds. Hit the pad, and the pad, of course, is bad.
High, hard backhand. Passing in the corner. Nicholas on the inside makes a great save. That passes. Iturbide lining it up. Rote dropping to the inside. Nicholas just did get there in the air. Low and hard. That's well placed. Better catch by Iturbide. Nicholas now from the 9 line. Powerful backhand. Launch wall to wall. Iturbide backpedals. Just does get out there. Not going to get past Nicholas. Nice catch. Hard backhand. Iturbide lines up another one. There's the rebote. Nicholas reaching up high. Big backhand now. Cutting on the sidewall, straight to the outside. But that's thrown outside the court and out of play. 2 points for Nicholas.
2 unforced errors. A carom to the pad and an outside placement that landed wide. This is what we had seen earlier with Iturbide. Not today, but in 2023, earlier in 2024. Just not landing the shots in place.
Rebote caught the corner. Iturbide on the right side. That's well placed. Nicholas running with it. He digs it out. Iturbide aggressively. Had to back up, then scooped it up. Keeps it inside. Nicholas, good read. Backhand. That is just launched. Iturbide backpedaling. Still going up at the 4 line. Turns it back to the left side of Nicholas. Quick release on the backhand. Not past Iturbide. Dropped in the corner. Forehand Rebote. Thrown up and passing. Nicholas on the bounce from the 9 line, keeps it inside. Good catch. Here's Iturbide from the inside, 2 wall, not opening up enough. Nicholas, powerful throw inside, ties it up. 3-3. Nicholas still serving.
So the answer to my question was yes, Iturbide is going to keep up the aggressive style of play. He's just not landing them in. Nicholas coming off of a slow start in this first set, doing fine.
Iturbide, nice catch overhead. And the Costado keeps
nice.
this one inside. That's on the sidewall and scoring. Retakes the lead, 4-3.
Beautiful throw by Iturbide. Looked like he did the fake while he was making the throw. Not before the throw, as he was making the throw. Looked like he was going 2 walls and then just shifted it back inside. Beautifully done.
Forehand Rebote. Pass, Nicholas on the outside, lines it up, keeps it to the inside. Iturbide's got it in the air. 2 wall, thrown to score. That's 5 points for Iturbide of the Chargers. He's got a possible set point.
Curious to see if he can finish it off here. It's a narrow lead. Still a lead.
Backhand's launched. Iturbide up at the 5 line, gets out there and turns that Rebote. And the return is missed. Point and set. Iturbide gets it done. 6-3. Minute and a half on the board. We'll play set number 2.
Players retiring to the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players come back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Highlight Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently in our last match of the game day, a singles match. between Iturbide playing for the Chargers in purple going up against Nicholas in black and white jerseys for the Warriors.
Yeah, these two have now played against each other for a couple seasons in Battle Court, 3 to be exact. Last season, season 4, 2 matchups. Nicholas won the first, but Iturbide won the second one. So starting to figure out Nicholas's game here, and that translated over to this spring 24 season. What a great set to open it up. I mean, the difference between a few seasons ago and today is just this consistency. I mean, the shots are still coming, but he's landing them in at a much higher clip. That's leading to points being put up on the board for his team, either in singles or doubles.
Julian, a little overly eager with those microphones back there, buddy.
Coming out here for our second set. It's a tough spot here for Nicholas. I mean, if Iturbide is throwing shots like this, tough to compete with him. If anybody's going to fight, it's going to be Nicholas here. He's done it every season. He's had a great record in singles and doubles. Chance here to come back. He's got to take 2 sets in a row if he wants to win this match. Approaching the serve, ready to begin set number 2. Second set is underway. Here's Iturbide, backhand, kicking up. Nice catch up overhead by Nicholas, low runner. Here's Iturbide from the 9 line, backhand. Into the corner, forehand to Bote. Inside, Iturbide now from the 9 line, another backhand. Dropping low off the back wall. Over the top, Iturbide into the costado. It's a 2-wall, thrown, and stopped by Nicholas. Great defense, powerful throw. Iturbide scooping it up.
Presence
Nicholas
of mind.
back
Wow.
on the inside, great range, powerful backhand. Here's the rebote. Iturbide high off the front wall, passing back in the corner. Nicholas now lines it up and launched it. Iturbide straight to the outside. Nicholas with a reach gets out there. Karam returned by Nicholas. Iturbide not going to stop it. That ball was juggled. Good effort, though. Juggling was the call on the catch of Iturbide, giving Nicholas our opening point. Set number 2. Oh, the Magic City bounce. Yeah, that ate him up. That's going to score for Nicholas. That's going to be 2 points. And the serve.
What is a Magic City bounce, you ask? Those ridges in the side wall there, you see the 11-12 line above the 12 and 13, rather. Ridges in the side wall. Ball catches it when it's coming up the side wall. Occasionally will completely alter the direction of the ball, making it entirely unpredictable.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Nicholas. Oh, that second serve is an overserve, a double fault. That's going to get Iturbide his first point of the second set.
We don't see many of those, but
I don't know if we've ever seen that from Nicholas.
From Nicholas, I don't believe so.
No.
Not that I can remember.
Not many guys double fault, but the ones that do
it with repetition.
A couple times, Backhand from the 12 line, dropped in the corner. Rebote forehand, laid up. Nicholas on the bounce, good pickup at the 9 line. Backhand, shooting off the back wall. Iturbide lines it up, high, hard, and passing. Back to the inside, Iturbide. Cut it off. Backhand, doesn't want to overthrow this one. Nicholas comes into the backcourt, lays it up right over Iturbide's head. Backhand inside, Rebote forehand. Nicholas launched this one again. That's cutting back to the inside. Iturbide before it's into the sidewall. Nicholas got the scoop. Opens up for the Karam. Iturbide takes off. He gets out there from the outside. Hard forehand. Tough Rebote. Not going to make it. 2-2. Iturbide's come back to tie it up.
No shortage of effort on the part of either Iturbide or Nicholas. Neither one wanting to yield a point. Extremely aggressive play from both players.
Coming up the middle. Robote left side, quick turn by Iturbide with a big bounce. Nicholas controls it. Forehand Robote now. Nicholas keeps it on the left side, inside placement. Iturbide, good range. He cuts that one off. Backhand from the 9 line. This one just does pass. Robote, well played. Better catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand. Lobbed into the corner. Robote, not a lot on it. Nicholas makes the save. That just does clear. Just ranging back for it. Nice catch at the 10. This one opens up. Iturbide again on the Robote. This time a 2-wall. Opens up. Nicholas going to stop it, though. On the outside, the high 3-wall play is going to land in and score. Nicholas breaks the tie, leading 3-2.
Nicholas with a long play.
Robote coming out. Nicholas on the save. Robote forehand to the inside. Here's Nicholas on the Costado. Inside placement. Iturbide backing up. Scooped it up. A little clip there. Nicholas stays in the middle of the court. Hard throw. This time to the outside. Iturbide lines it up. That's well played. Nicholas running with it. Turns the Robote from deep in the backcourt. Iturbide advances up on the forehand. Low and hard. What a scoop there by Nicholas. Robote left side. This one stays inside. Nicholas just does get back in there. The Robote just does clear the overhead screen. Nicholas, though, from the outside opens up. Low and hard. That one scooped up by Iturbide. What a play. Right over his head on the Robote. Iturbide standing in the middle of the court on the 2-wall. That opens up. Not going to score on Nicholas. He defends the outside high 3-wall again. What an effort. He got the Robote, but sent it a little too high in the overhead screen. Great point by both players. That goes to Nicholas of the Warriors.
Someone once asked somewhere what the most difficult play in highlight is.
The quick bounce Robote?
Bote Corredo Robote. Bote Corredo, even more so than the forehand Karen Robote. The Bote Corredo Robote. When that ball comes off of the back wall, bounces at your feet, and you have to take it, more so than even taking it straight off the back wall like Benny did in the Ussen Jack.
Yeah.
When that ball comes off the back wall at your feet, you're basically scooping and throwing Robote. You see it I've seen that less than anything.
The timing has to be
perfect,
immaculate.
Perfect. And that was close to perfect. That was really close to perfect.
Just a little high there in the overhead screen. There's a backhand just out of reach. Nicholas looking for the Robote. Forehand into the corner. Iturbide, another good save. That crossed the sidewall. Nicholas lines it up on the back end. Here's Iturbide aggressively from the inside. Inside placement. That's going to get him. That's well thrown right along the sidewall, giving Iturbide 3 points and the serve.
Tremendous play by Iturbide, keeping that ball inside now the reach of Nicholas.
Robote up at the 7th line. Nicholas staying back there, takes it in the air. Off the sidewall, backhand again. This comes shooting out. Not a lot on it. Quick turn by Iturbide. Nicholas advances up at the 6th line. The 2-wall thrown in to score. It's 5 points. Nicholas with the Warriors is a possible set point. Robote forehand. Nicholas plays it inside. Iturbide's got it up at the 8 line. A long 2-wall opening up to score. That's 4 points for Iturbide. It extends the set. Powerful serve. Here's Nicholas from the 12 line. Tough Robote right on the wall. Nicholas went for it and couldn't scoop it up. We are at 5-5. If Iturbide wins it, that's the match. If Nicholas wins it, we're going to a third set. Iturbide will serve.
Wow.
Yeah, he committed to take that ball in the air and just couldn't get up there, forcing that tougher scoop.
Have seen this go both ways, obviously. It's 5-5. But not sure what to call here. Momentum with Iturbide.
Well-placed serve. Nicholas, great catch here. Back beyond the 12 line. Backhand clears. Iturbide on the move. Forehand Robote. Passing again. Nicholas now looking for Robote of his own. Played into the corner and passing. Iturbide comes back for it. Play to the inside. Big bouncer here. Nicholas controlling it from up at the 7 line. Robote comes shooting out. Iturbide off his footing, makes the save. Nicholas again up at the 8 line. Low runner. Iturbide caught it front ways. Backhand. This one's going to pass. Into the corner. Robote forehand. Launched. Clearing again. That is on the sidewall. What a grab by Nicholas with one hand. Keeps the match going. Iturbide, the 2-wall opening up. Not going to score. Ready. Nicholas stops it low and hard. Iturbide scooped it up. There's the backhand. Low runner. Shooting out again on the wall. Robote. Iturbide advances up at the 6 line inside placement. Nicholas is there again, but couldn't make the catch.
What a point. What a point.
Point, set, and match. Iturbide gets it done in straight sets. 6-3, 6-5. Chargers win the game day 5-3. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up in just a few moments.
What is Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
Did it
he
again.
Made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the win.
Point, set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. Big comeback win for the Chargers. They take the day 5-3 over the Warriors. Let's cut to the highlights that we saw right behind us here on the Battle Court today, Stu. Really an even day of the top two contenders coming into this one, and it lived up to the billing.
And a lot to talk about, actually.
Yes, there is.
Definitely a lot to talk about. So Douglas came out absolutely on fire. This dominance that he's been showing with Nicholas is a team that just can't be beat so far. Being tested by Zulika and Benny, and we knew it was going to, I mean, it's like so much energy went into this first game. I don't even know how you play a second match after. I really don't know how you play a second match after this. Benny was solid in the backcourt. Nicholas, of course, was solid in the backcourt. Came down to aggressive style of play in the front court. Douglas, a bit more aggressive than we've seen in the past. And it was definitely paying off.
Yes, it was. There's Benny from the outside, too. Shot
Beautiful carom. I mean, Douglas was there, too. That's how good that carom was.
Again, in that third set, Benny trying to make a tough scoop on the side. Wall missed. Gives the Warriors the win in the opening match. Then, sixth-ranked matchup here, Albarba Ubia against Williams and Julin.
Have to say that Ubia was having a difficult, by his own admission, was having a difficult time with the catches and throws.
Certainly early on in this match.
Definitely.
Not the Ubia we're used to seeing, particularly in the second half of last season to begin this season, but time turned a bit there in the second set. You see a close scoreline, great scoop in the backcourt, but just tough to keep up with the serves of Williams right here in the backcourt play of Julin to complement. Look at that serve, really died off the side wall, two bounces, ending it in style with the ace.
Yeah, no, that was huge. And shout out to Julin, who played really, really well in backing Williams up.
Yes, he did. And then that brought us to fourth-ranked matchup here, Cray and Manny taking on Iturbide and Bradley.
That was a perfect example of how we talk about the side wall repeatedly being your friend. Get the ball close to the side wall. Makes up for a very difficult catch. Cray really strong on the right side, just not having enough of an opportunity to show it today. There he did. That was a beautiful serve. Bradley lining up to try to take it on the favored right side, but
yeah, you see a bunch of these. Robote's laid up, Iturbide on the costado, and boy, was that an effective game plan today.
no question about it. So it's not just the potential mismatch in talent there in the front court. Iturbide was on. What he was throwing was working. And that's not something that we've seen. We've seen him going to the shot, but throwing at least half of his shots off of the court. That wasn't the case today.
Match there went in favor of the Chargers. Iturbide and Bradley got the scoring started for the Chargers, and here's Zulika against Douglas, this top-ranked singles matchup.
Didn't know how to call this one either. Douglas came off of an impressive win in the doubles. Definitely on fire. But it didn't translate. His shots were stopped consistently by Zulika, and Zulika consistently landed his shots away from Douglas.
Absolutely. Look at this again. This one kind of opens up, just out of reach.
Beautiful 2-all here by Douglas.
Yeah, late push there. In
that is one that, I mean, this one did go 3 sets, and that one did work. Another beautiful 2-all. Another view of the 2-all by Douglas, just really well thrown.
And Zulika back to the
Scoop.
inside. Look at this scoop. One hand, no problem.
But this is what Zulika did this 3 or 4 times consistently with the shots. That's the only time that he tried to cross Douglas to the inside. And that's just a Douglas of anyone on the roster. When the ball's coming right at their face, they have this great ability to catch it. Douglas better than most.
A former baseball player, he's used to balls coming in pretty fast and tends to make those catches consistently. Got to get up over his head, doing so there. Now into our third set. Look at this scoop by Zulika.
Yeah, scooping right into the 2-all. That's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
That is just so pretty. Such a pretty shot. inside
gotta mix it
placement
up.
again. Changed the positioning in the middle of the throw. Did a beautiful job. 3 sets. Zulika has the win over Douglas.
Zulika, third win in singles this year. Douglas dropping to 1 and 2. And then Elbarba and Benny. See if they can continue where they left off last time out against Williams and Manny.
Have to say that my favorite part of this entire match was the post-game interview when the interviewer asked Elbarba and Benny if their being roommates had anything to do with the efficacy of their communication. And Elbarba said, nothing. It's got nothing to do with it. Nope. Williams having a difficult time on both the left side and right side.
Not his best day up there in the front, but that's a factor of playing against Elbarba. He puts a lot of pressure on the opposing front quarter, as did Benny, and that worked out well. Look at that scoop. And then the throw. Back inside, just missed.
Elbarba just kind of stands there with this fierce look on his face and lands him in one after the next after the next. A tremendous job. Elbarba picking the serve here. High carambola play. Look, just throw it away from your opponent. That's exactly what he did there.
Look at this effort on the rebote by Elbarba from the outside. You see the reaction there. He knew just a little bit higher, could have made an amazing save, but he was all right. Just frustrated with himself that he couldn't continue the rally. How about this one? Yeah, this is another look of it, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's in perfect position. Just, maybe trying to do a little bit too much and
trying to turn it into a shot.
Yeah, look at that. But then tied up at 4-4, 5-4 rather, in favor of the Chargers. 2 missed rebotes in a row ends it in their favor in straight sets. 3-6-4. And then second-ranked singles matchup closed out today. The Warriors had a chance to tie. They needed Nicholas to get it done, but Iturbide just too much to handle today.
I may have said it as this match began, but if I didn't say it, I was surely thinking it, which leads me to believe that I did say it, because I often say what I think.
Sure.
But was curious to see whether or not Iturbide was going to be able to carry that aggressive style of play from doubles into singles, and surely he did.
All right. I mean, look at this back inside. That's a good throw there by
That's
Nicholas.
When we say passing, that's what we're talking about, either passing over their heads or passing to their left on the inside. Look how that ball is just glued to the side wall the entire way, beautifully thrown by Iturbide.
They did a great job of mixing it up, and then you see a 2-wall coming in. Nicholas, hard to get in a rhythm and guess where he's going to throw, and he's throwing that inside, throwing the 2-wall, and a bunch of different looks from that Costado. Look at this catch. One-handed catch late here in the second set.
That's where, if he lets it go, it's not going to be a chick-chack or a chula, but he's not going to have a chance at the rebo.
And that ball played on the inside, just missed there by Nicholas. Big win for Iturbide of the Chargers. Second win in his career against Nicholas in singles play. But more importantly than that, though, Chargers win the final 4 matches of the game day, Stu, and they win the day 5-3 over the Warriors. Let's pull up our season-long standings and see where all 6 of our teams stack up. Look at the Chargers, 2.5 points ahead of the Warriors. They're up in first place. And the Devils there, wow, almost 7 full points. Sorry, that's 8 full points if we can do some math here behind the Chargers. And then the Renegades, see a couple of game days to play to catch up to those other teams holding on to our final playoff spot. They'll be in action tomorrow against the Devils again, Stu. Player of the day for today, a couple contenders, and really from both teams, is close the entire way.
No question about it. We were talking about Julin versus Nicholas on the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then, but the play that just kept standing out and standing out and standing out was Iturbide. We talk often in terms of players who join this program as to how long it's going to take them to adjust. And what we mean by that is how long until they're playing the way we've seen them play elsewhere, how long until they're consistently catching and throwing, how long until they're consistently landing their shots in. And it's an unknown. For some players, it takes 2 months of regular play. If a player is playing both pelota and battle court, sometimes the adjustment's quicker.
Sure.
In this case, today is the day that Iturbide hit his stride without any question. He's an aggressive player. He always has been. He's landed about half of his shots out, but that wasn't the case today. No. He landed his shots in, threw the ball away from his opponent consistently. His catching was spot on great, so the energy matched his success. And today, Iturbide, without question, is the player of the day.
Yeah, let's hear from the second-ranked player of the Chargers. Hey everybody, we are here with Iturbide, our player of the day today. Your team was down in a 3-0 hole through the first 2 matches. How were you guys able to come back and win the game day?
Iturbide, tu equipo estaba perdiendo 3 partidos. ¿Cómo hicieron para regresar y poder ganar el juego?
Confianza y trabajo duro.
A lot of confidence and a lot of hard work.
Work duro.
And this is a similar Chargers team that won the championship a few seasons ago. How does that team compare to this one?
Este equipo es muy parecido al de la temporada que los Chargers ganaron la temporada de Battle Court. ¿Cómo se compara?
No, las comparaciones son odiosas. Lo único que hay la misma ilusión de ganar y.
Comparison is a thief of joy. So the only thing is having the illusion and wanting to win.
The illusion is the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Iturbide, our player of the day for today. And that was Iturbide, our player of the day for today. Big win, 2-0 for his team, and a comeback win for the Chargers. I mean, both the Warriors and Chargers came in undefeated this season, both teams with 1 tie. But the Chargers sending a little bit of a message here that they're going to be a tough team to beat here. They already have 1 banner up here in the Fronton, looking to hang another here in spring 24. We're going to return tomorrow with the same 2 teams we had yesterday's 2. That was on Sunday. It's going to be the Renegades and the Devils again. Goanaga and Ben against Jairo and Rock. Then Gaucheri and Arats against Olharana and Urbieta. Top-ranked doubles. Joseph and Arta take on CRB and Robin. Then Goanaga against Urbieta in singles, followed by Gaucheri against Olharan. So the second matchup coming up again. That was a fun one if you missed out yesterday. And then Joseph and Arats against Robin and Rock. Another matchup from Sunday. They will play tomorrow beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. He's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Bleckman. We'll see you back here tomorrow as we continue on our Spring 24 season.
See you
Have a good
tomorrow
night, everybody.
5 p.m.
Take care.
Jairo, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.